So yes. Hold, Queen. What do you want me to hold? What do you want me to hold? Hello, everybody. Hi. Do I have pizza around my mouth? I have pizza here. I have coleslaw as well. Let's go. Sipuli, I have received your picture of yourself. It's very funky. I like it. It's not a mask, but I'll accept it. I will accept that as a free entry into the wheel. Thank you very much. Party member has arrived. Right. Okay. Can you ask her to put her webcam on so I can sort out the situation? You've given away your identity. I have. Kitty fundraised some money and then left for a month, come back to collect some more money. Actually, listen, I was on holiday and I went to go see Ghost last night. I genuinely feel hungover. Will you be able to eat? Yes, it's a half mask. I friggin' didn't even drink last night, by the way. I was just so excited and like on a high that I genuinely feel drunk. Drunk. It was so good. Did you guys see what I said in Discord about the night? Right, I am gonna set up some stuff, guys. So bear with me. I'm still talking to you guys. I just need to set up some stuff that I was hoping to do before, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work, won't we? In the meantime, look, you can read this thing that I made. Look, that man is like spinning the wheel. Spinning the wheel. Look at him. He's ready to put your name on there. Also, guys, I've never played Dungeons and Dragons before. Not once. Never played it. Oh god, it's a complete mess. Oh, this is going to take ages to sort out. Right, okay. It's okay. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. Everything is a-okay. Isn't it, gang? Right. We're going to make it work. We're going to get it done. Everything's going to be okay. What I need to do, basically, if you're curious why I have to do something right now, I have to set up everyone's webcam so that, because I've made an overlay, and I just need to make sure everyone's webcam is in the right place. And because Mistake has joined now, it's moved everyone over a little bit, so I just need to rearrange and reshuffle. So bear with me, gang. It shouldn't take too long. So, gang, sit comfortable as well, because I'm adjusting you now, so get in the position you want to be in. Guys, do a little back stretch, do what you need to do, because I'm gonna move you around now. And put your masks on, because it won't take long, and then you'll be on. You'll be revealed. Ariana, what are you doing here? Ariana. Oh, hi, Grave. How are you? Hello. Grave, I saw what do you call it? A Halo arcade machine yesterday, which looked different to what I've seen before, and I took a photo and I'm gonna send it to you. Right, Sif, are you comfortable now? Because you were moving. Right, let me just adjust you. He was moving. Sif, stop moving! Christ's sake, I'll do him last. I'm doing him last. He's like this. And I'm like, all right, I'll move the webcam here. And then he's like, oi, oi. Oh, that's not what I want. You'll be fine. Drunk from love, maybe. I hope you at least had a session 0 where you created a character. I spoke to the dungeon master, yeah. Hi, Mistake. Hey, Kitty, kind of stupid question, but I was thinking if you know how to get a small cylinder unstuck from a mini M&M's tube filled with butter, microwave, mashed banana, cut the tube. Cut the tube with such force, the tube will never recover. Absolutely obliterate the tube. Blow it up.
Thank you.
I need to turn that down. Izzy, thank you so much for the £10 donation to Blood Cancer UK. Thank you very, very much. I will add your name to the wheel. I absolutely shall. Thank you so much. It is very much appreciated. I've got you down. You are in for a £10 Steam voucher. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck, good luck. Sif moved to get... Right, Sif. I'm moving you one more time. One more. And then that's it. You're done. You're done. That's it. You get one more. Right, I think everyone else is good. It looks so cool, by the way, gang. It looks really cool. Right, now you'll have to stay dead still, all right? You've done your moving for the day, I hope. I hope you've done your moving for the day, because no more. Mistake! Right, Sif, you're fine now. Great. Okay, we're gonna swap over. Right, okay, right. Are you guys ready? Let's unmute the gang. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, Kitty.
Hello.
Hello. Right.
Hello.
It is time. We're going to transition over.
Okay.
And I'll put my mask on.
Joe?
Ooh, excellent. I've been looking forward to this.
Right, I think it should be working. Are we good? Can everyone see everyone?
I see myself on screen.
I can't see
Yes.
anything, so I'm just relying on you
See
guys.
Fair enough. You sent your pic as well, Izzy. I will have a look now. Let me see. Let me see.
Okay.
I will put my mask on too, so I'm not the only one. Those masks, do you like them?
Just say when you are ready.
My ears? What hurt your ears?
Poor Betty.
Wait.
Oh my gosh, Kitty's mask is adorable.
Yo?
I love it.
So cute.
I made it.
Did you?
Yourself?
I love that. 10 out of 10.
Oh my god, I just tried to itch my face through my mask immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, the donation sound, I'll turn it down.
You get used to it after a while.
Right, Sif, I am ready to go when you are.
Okay. I will be just trying to add some music to this now.
I will turn it down.
If not, we will do without. But, okay. Welcome, everybody, to the Mullard Masquerade Ball. So, in a moment, we'll be having our 4-player characters introducing themselves and what they'll be playing as within this little adventure. So for anyone who is not at all familiar, Dungeons & Dragons is a pen and paper game. Nerds like me use big screens like this, big manuals, etc. to determine what our fantasy people are doing at any one time. So, Masquerade Ball is being held at the Mullard Manor. People from far and wide have heard of this quite grand affair. All kinds of people are invited along. Rogues, noblemen, notables of society, absolutely anyone can be invited. And this year, 4 unexpected people have been asked to come along. All have found their way here in very, very unique circumstances. Perhaps this will become apparent as the game goes on. Perhaps it won't. People might choose to share what they are doing here at this ball. They might not. But we shall see as the game progresses. So, we begin our adventure with everyone seated within a large dining hall area. Half the room is set up to become a dance room party area. The whole area is surrounded by a very large garden. There's a small menagerie outside. There's a little rose garden. There's a cluster of tents with a rather bawdy reputation, which we'll be revisiting later. But currently we are within the dining room area. So I'd like our 4 play characters to introduce themselves, so what their name is and what class and race they will be playing. Starting with Kitty.
Oh, I mean, hello. I am Dahlia Arcanus. I have a background as an acolyte.
Kitty, you're muted.
Oh, yeah.
Call.
Oh yeah, I'm muted for you. Sorry, it's because I... I mean, sorry. Back in character. My name is Dahlia Arcanus, and I am a warlock tiefling. Do I have to say my background, like story, or is it just introducing our names?
Just name and class for now. That's all that we're going to need.
Thank you.
I am Kyla Mildrose.
Mhm.
I am playing a half-elf rogue.
And Rasky.
I am Samuel Honeypot, and I'm a halfling rogue.
And Dimmick.
And I am Shang, Josh Shang. I'm also a tiefling warlock.
Can you guys hear everyone all right?
Excellent. Okay then.
Samuel and
So,
D&D.
unfortunately, this Roll20 thing really does not want to cooperate with me. So, Kitty, if I send you a link, would you be able to play the music from that at all? It'll be,
Yeah.
I believe it should be on Spotify, but one moment.
Everyone looks great, by the way. Look at you
Thank you.
all. Stunning.
Yeah.
Well,
I cracked a smile and then realised you couldn't see it.
I love your little head, Dim. It sounds like a stripper
Look
name.
like a proper
Loud and
bird.
clear. Good. I'm glad. I will try and turn down the donation. It's not really something I... Hang on, I'm going to test it. Everyone turn your...
At some point, this probably will be
thing
coming
down.
off a few hours from now, though.
Thank you.
Let me see if I can turn it down now.
all right. So, some mute music.
Right,
will
I should be
joining
able to
us
turn that down.
any
That should
moment.
be a lot lower, all right?
Like
So
you
if
say,
anyone else
if you're
donates, it
aware,
shouldn't
but the map
deafen you.
you put on D&D.
Right, Izzy, let me
Roll20
check out
vanished.
your
Ah, I see.
picture.
I've taken us back to the start area accidentally. Okay.
Oh,
so
Izzy, I love
this map won't be too
love
relevant
it.
for us for a little while. This is for an
I
encounter
love it.
later on.
Thank you so much for doing
For now,
that.
we're in the sort of lower part of the
Adore.
manor.
I put you down for the wheel
This is going to
twice.
be a more social area. Some more, shall we say, investigative things will be going on this upper floor as we reach
Do
it.
not just kill the guests randomly. We are not murder hobos. We've been invited.
Of course you've been invited. I have absolutely no intention whatsoever of killing you all. Kitty, is that soundtrack coming through okay?
Oh, I forgot to do it. Wait a sec.
I'm sorry, what was that, Dim?
What an odd thing to say.
Is there someone who's not a rogue? I'm not a rogue.
Okay, so a brief introduction to a concept for anyone who has not played D&D before. So our players have made character sheets and have sent them along to me, so I know exactly what they're good at. So some characters will be stronger than others, some will have magic, others will be quite good in combat, others will be quite
I
well
know you can't see them, guys.
will
It's
be
because
quite good
Sif
at
sent me
sneaking
something on
around.
Discord.
So
Oh my god.
Samuel and Kyla,
I'm missing all
they
this.
will be quite
So I'm
effective
stressing.
as sneaky characters. And we have
It's fucked
Dimmock
everything.
and Kitty playing Dahlia and Shang. They'll be warlocks.
Why?
They are a magic based
I'm stressed. I'm already stressed.
Many things in this game are determined by dice rolls. So they determine essentially the degree of luck that you have at any one time. Sometimes you'll roll a 20, that is considered a critical roll. that means an automatic success at what you do, and sometimes you're just
Don't
going
stress,
to
okay.
fumble things. That
It
is
just
a
needed to
critical
turn
fail.
it on and off again.
So we're going to be determining everything from how well things go in a fight to how we do at persuading, lying
you
to
look
other people,
awesome.
even seeing just how much beer we can drink in one go without throwing up. All these things can be determined by dice. I, as the Dungeon Master, will be determining what... I'll be interpreting all these roles, etc. So I'm here as your storyteller. Kitty, are we all ready to go?
I think so, but you can't send me stuff on Discord because if I move my Discord thing, it just gets rid of everyone's webcam. So
You're muted for us.
you can't send me stuff on Discord because if I have to come out of our screen, it just messes everything up, I'm afraid.
Ah, my bad.
It's alright, just send it to me or
You-
something else.
You could
Okay.
probably do with popping out the chat window, so you have a static window that won't be messed with. if you
Okay,
need
yeah,
to do
that's a
anything
good
on
idea.
Discord.
Thank you. I'll try it.
Okay. We should be starting momentarily. But perhaps you guys would like to introduce yourselves to each other. So, for instance, Kyla, what brings you to the Mullard Manor?
So I have been hired as an acrobat / entertainer. So I am actually just kind of doing acrobatic tricks and appealing to the
Oh.
crowd.
Okay, I see. So, here as both guest and entertainer. Shang, is there anything in particular that brings you here to this manor that you'd like to share with everybody? Up to you how much you share and
I
how
am
truthful it
a-
is.
I am a man of the land. I go where I need to go, engage in businesses that further the things I need to do
Dim looks
in
so
the
funny.
service of my patron.
He has a little head.
Unfortunately, he's a bit absent recently. Though I've maybe heard some rumblings I could get some leads here. And maybe I may be able to acquire some goods along the way.
Can you guys hear Dim all right,
We'll
by
go
the way?
with that. Yes.
That works for me. Rasky, you've got a rather interesting character. What brings them to the Mullard Manor?
So you're asking me as a player at the moment, right? You're not asking my character. Is that correct?
Yep, I'm just asking you as a player. How you choose to introduce yourselves to each other is entirely up to you.
Yeah. Okay, so my character owes someone 5,000 gold, and I've had some trouble paying them back.
Prostitute owes money.
And what has ended up happening essentially is that my heart is in a jar somewhere, and it's on a 24-hour clock. And if I don't pay them back, my heart will get squished. So I need to acquire 5,000 gold.
Oh shit.
I had
Wow.
fun writing Rasky's idea. Okay. And Kitty, how are things looking on your end?
So I was once a human.
Mhm.
And I was training to be like a priestess. And I was walking through a field one day, and I found an old man on the floor, and he looked unwell. So I went over to help him, and he told me he was hungry. So I offered him some strawberries. And suddenly he started to turn into a demon, and he touched my arm, and now I have this mark. I don't know if it's coming up on the camera, on my arm.
Oh, yes.
So I went back to the priestess place I was... Oh, sorry, when he touched me, I started to feel like everything changed, and I became a tiefling. And I got powers, and then when I went back to where I was training to be a priestess, they cast me out. They told me I was... like a bad person, all that things. So I got abandoned, and yeah, I trying to remember what the name of everyone is.
Don't worry about names.
Okay.
They'll come up later.
And what got me there? Oh, I got a note on my journey that said come to Mullard Manor, and the village where I grew up was all empty, so I am here.
Yes, and Kitty's invite to the manor, she was told that if she wanted to find out what happened to her home village from which she was cast out, which had a nunnery attached where she was learning to become a priestess, if she wanted to find out why people had disappeared entirely from the area, she should go to the ball.
5k gold is no
she would
joke,
find
absolutely.
out
Whole lot of
there.
money.
Okay, so are we all good with music, etc., Kitty?
It's just playing that one you
No worries,
sent
if
me.
not, we can just go as is.
Yeah, it's just playing the one you sent me.
All right, excellent. Okay then, well, let us begin. So, you're all four of you sat at a table together. Me English good. The four of you are sat together. A waitress has come along, taken your orders. Any kind of food or drink that you can imagine is available. Lord Mullard has spared no expense with this party. Absolutely anything is on offer in this place. So, your food orders have been sent off. Soon, it will come along. You'll be eating. And then sort of Lord Mullard has invited everyone to the dance floor and to explore the grounds after the meal. So, you're all eating together. In character, who will be the first to strike up some conversation? Or would you all just be staring awkwardly at your plates?
I would be staring awkwardly at my plate. There's a
Okay.
reason. I'm a tiefling and people don't always like tieflings, so I don't know. I'm trying to get a vibe of the room.
Okay, so Kitty is holding back before introducing herself. Kyla, are you perhaps feeling a bit more adventurous?
I am. I am like, my whole bit is I am a traveling entertainer and I have to be social. So I'm gonna make some friends at this table and some acquaintances and definitely not some targets. So, I am just ordering rounds on the house. I am like, nobody has an empty cup around me.
All right, excellent. And Dim, are you enjoying the beverages this night? Are you wearing your plague mask as your character, by the way?
That is my character's mask.
Interesting. How do you plan to eat?
I have an induction port.
Yo!
Just like, does it just go under the hood and then come back out and it's just like destroyed now?
Yeah, there's a little port where I can just put stuff in.
Oh,
Hi,
there you go,
Spodder, how are you?
perfect.
Not
Thank
quite
you
as
very much
practical
for
IRL.
hoping we have
There
fun.
will be a
Thank
lot
you.
of mask putting forward and straw going in.
Can you guys hear the
So-
music all right, by the way, in the background, or do you want me to turn it up?
Our
a bit?
first roll of the night. So, we're going to roll a dexterity roll for Dimmock. Let's see, can he get mashed potato up a straw? Well, he just about can. We've got some lumps starting to get stuck within the straw
Hi,
on its way
X, how
up,
are
but
you?
yes, Dim is able to enjoy his meal, at least partially, through his induction port.
We use some water to clean it through.
Well done, Dim.
Okay. Samuel, are you perhaps chatting with people, or
Just
are
got back
you
from family. Good, Spodder. How it's your Easter?
just
Did you
listening
have a
out?
good one? Yeah, can you guys
I
hear
don't
the
think
music
Samuel
in the
would
background?
be chatting with anybody at the moment. He would be doing more of like analytical
It was chill. Good.
analysis of sort of things around him, what's on the table, what are sort of other people wearing, if they have anything potentially valuable on them, so that he might possibly acquire them.
Good luck,
that
have
sort of
fun.
stuff.
Don't know what's more appropriate for Dungeons
see.
and Dragons. Me neither. I've never played
Okay, then.
before. Don't
I
know.
spent this whole time pretty much just looking at Dahlia, like giving her a once over.
I see. Dahlia, you notice Shang staring at you over the table.
Possibly, it's hard to tell with his mask.
It is very pointed though, so you have a good idea of where I'm
Yeah.
looking. Because it's kind of, I can only look where it's pointing.
there
I
you
I have
go.
happen
I have no peripherals.
I happen to be sitting right next to Shang, so when he's looking at me, his nose is
got him like
touching the
this,
side of my face, so it's quite hard to ignore. So I turn to him and sarcastically say, "Were the mashed potatoes good?"
Oh, they're fine. You get used to the consistency after a while.
Yes, I
I'm more-
feign interest and go back to my mashed potatoes that I'm eating with a fork.
I'm more surprised that there's another tiefling around here. We're not exactly common in these kind
Oh,
of circles.
I didn't realise
these
you were
kind
a
of
tiefling
areas.
with your mask. Oh, I ease up now.
You have to imagine there are a couple of
Okay.
little horn things.
Well, I
I
ease
couldn't
up
really
now.
get the parts for that, unfortunately.
I don't realise that. I realise now that Dim was a tiefling, and I ease in my discomfort around him.
So, for reference, tieflings don't have the best reputation. Many consider them to be thieves, scoundrels, or just outright evil. They're often sort of looked upon with suspicion. And
TR2, thank you so
quite
much
often
for
they're
the
cast out from the
resub. Thank you
communities,
very
as
much.
Kitty
Welcome
has
back.
discovered for herself. Okay, so a figure approaches your table. You look up and he introduces himself. Good evening, everyone. I am Lord Mullard. Forgive me, but I don't recall ever having met any of you. I'm curious how you guys got invited. Regardless, are you enjoying your meal?
D&D racism,
I want
literally.
to roll to do a trick with a drink.
Okay. What trick did you have in mind?
I want to literally just like
I am back. Hello. How are
balance
you?
a
Can you hear the
goblet
music? But it's pretty
on
quiet. I'll
a
turn it up
utensil
for you. Thank
and
you,
then
Izzy.
Finish the drink in the goblet without spilling it.
Let me know if that's a
One
bit
more
better,
time,
okay?
just so I can imagine that.
Is that okay?
I want to balance a goblet on a utensil and finish the drink in the goblet without spilling it.
Okay then, right. That's going to be a dexterity check. Now, rogues typically are very good at dexterous actions, and
It's
she
a
rolls
bit
an
too
18.
loud. Okay, hang on.
So, yeah, you fucking nail it. He is
Yeah!
very impressed with
Is that better?
your drunk little antics. Well, I can see that we're in for a fun night with you here.
How's that?
Perhaps you'd like to join us
Thank you so much for
once
the
the meal is
resub,
over.
TR2. Thank
We shall
you.
give you a tour of the gardens and everywhere else. But I shall join you guys later. Enjoy your evening. So he walks away. Now, you are starting to sort of come towards the end of your meal. You're looking around, you're noticing quite a few people in the nobility. They are also wearing masquerade masks of different shapes and sizes. Dim happens to be the only one appearing like a plague doctor.
It's
Just
better?
getting
Okay,
a few
good.
sort
Thank
of
you.
curious glances, maybe a few warding signs against the evil eye or something like that. People wondering if the Catriona plague will be
oh my God,
joining
TR2, I will
the
tell you
party
about
as well.
Ghost in a minute when we have a
Wondering
break.
what kind of events may be happening at
So
the
good.
Manor Ball this evening. But we shall see. So, you're coming towards the end of your meal. But is there anything anyone would like to do before getting up and exploring the manor?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, Kitty.
I don't know if I have to roll for this, but I'd like to throw my meat against the wall that I was eating.
Okay.
Please.
That's fairly simple. How hard would you like to throw the meat?
What measurement would you like? Like,
Are we aiming for splatter? Are we aiming for just slowly drip down the wall?
oh, splatter.
What would you like?
I want it to go
Email
everywhere,
splatter,
over everywhere.
Okay, so
Kilomiles. Do you want it in
Kitty's only sort of
kilomiles per hour, or what do you need?
it's for my theatre of the mind, of course.
Okay.
Okay, you give me an idea.
Maria, hello.
So
how
you
are
throw it as hard as
you?
possible at the wall.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed. Thank you very much.
Kitty's character only has 9 strength
look
out
great,
of a
don't they?
possible 18. So she's somewhat weak and rolled a 7 just now. So unfortunately, her heroic gesture fails. She launches the pork chop like this and manages to land it on Kyla's shoe.
Oh, man.
Just
I don't want that.
gonna sit there, just scratch me out of self. Yeah. I'm beginning to wonder how this table of miscreants was all
Yeah.
invited, myself included. It doesn't seem to be the kind of
Maria,
people
how are you? Did you guys have a
who
nice
come to
Easter,
these
by the
kind
way?
of events.
Yes,
We've
this
got
is
the
something of a
class
mystery.
clown. Oh, we have the class clown, the other class clown, the silent one, and me.
The class
Yes,
cloud. I got
a
called a
homeless
class
tiefling.
cloud.
Okay.
They don't know that. They don't know that. I'm a man of the land. I'm very classy.
Of course. A wandering tiefling, not homeless.
Wiping the dirt off me.
Practice, not hopeless.
I'm awkwardly mobile.
Okay then. So, the meal is coming to a close. Drinks are taken away, plates are lifted, etc. Rasky, owing to your loot objective, it is quite fine silverware. Are you looking to grab any before leaving, or are you okay to leave this be?
I'm looking to grab something, but it would be possibly the smaller items, stuff like the knives and forks and
Okay.
spoons.
So are we talking just you, or are you trying to get anyone else's?
I don't know, were you
Well,
the
just
class
mine
clown? I
first,
wasn't.
and then-
Okay.
Sometimes it depended on the
And then we'll see.
class. I'm good, been
Okay,
chilling. Oh, good.
So
Maria.
Rasky, being
I'm
quite a
glad you've
stealthy
had a nice
sort and
chill
have a good
time.
sleight of hand, he's able to pocket the knife and fork quite easily. Who would you like to try and steal the cutlery of next, or are we going to leave it there?
Let's take you the
I
reset.
would try to steal Shang's because he has a mask that obscures vision very much.
Okay, I like that your reasoning. So for that, you're going to get advantage. So this is rolling two
Well, thank you
dice
very
and
much for
getting
the
the better
resub and the
results.
more information than I
So
ever
Shang
needed. Thank you.
notices nothing.
Thank you. Have you got
Now
a
we're just
mask
going to see
kink
if
or
any of
something?
the others have noticed. And Kitty rolled a critical success. So unfortunately, Kitty has spotted you nabbing his tableware, but it's up to Kitty how she would choose to react.
I choose to say nothing, but I make quite intimidating eye contact at Samuel to let him know that I have clocked him.
I have to roll to understand the facial expression.
So, for everybody at home, Rasky's chosen to roleplay a very low charisma character. He's doing that quite effectively. So, he's got the lowest possible charisma. So we're going to see if he even picks up on it. He just seems to notice
You're a
an awkward
class
glance from Dahlia. He's not quite sure what it means. Very well. Anyway, add a few sets of tableware to your inventory. I shall add it for you, sorry. So, we're going to say you've got the first 2 gold of 5,000 out of this. So, well done. You're on your way to getting your heart back.
A drop in the ocean.
Well, from little acorns, mighty oak trees grow. Alright, so
Great, thank you so much
everyone's
for the
being
25
led up and
on,
out into the gardens.
on Just Giving. I don't know
Outside
why it
there
didn't
is
pop up, but I've added you to the
fireworks
wheel.
display going on.
Thank you so
And
much,
drinks
my
are being
friend.
handed out to everyone.
That's
So
25,
there's
so
champagne,
it'll be
there's wine, there's
2.
beer available. People are free to pick up a glass
Thank you
as
very
they
much,
wish.
my friend.
But
To Bloodcat
you are
CK,
free
thank you.
to wander about as you look around. You notice tents off in the distance with... Let me check my notes here.
Can't imagine the Estonian
name of
Wendigo
this
with no
particular
charisma.
character?
It's not possible.
Excellent DMing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Ah,
at
yes.
least they have names, because half the time my NPCs don't.
Thank you.
I like my mask's nose. That's me saying that, not my character.
We just step outside. I like my mask's nose. What?
What a thing to say.
So, off in the distance, you notice Lady Chicot's House of Pleasure.
Oh!
You notice some benches just out with drinks, etc. Staff milling around, offering people stuff. Off in the distance, you notice
The fourth wall was broken.
cages in
I'm
an
sorry.
enclosed area with a statue garden. And also off in the distance, there's something of a garden area. So it's surrounded by hedgerows. You can see roses, other sort of pretty little flowers sort of growing in the area. And people are just milling about. For the most part, people are looking at the fireworks display up top. So, what would people like to do at this point?
Samuel.
I would. Oh, fine.
Samuel goes to the rose garden.
Okay. So, is Samuel going on his own, or is anyone going to be sort of curious to see what Samuel is doing, or you're just going to mill about? Kyla, what were you looking to do?
Oh, go on, Kyla.
So I am actually going to start making my way, like, casually to Lady Chicot's tents. But I'm
Okay.
also going to, like, try and pickpocket people on my way who are clearly distracted by the fireworks display.
Okay, let's see how many people are available to pickpocket. Okay, so there is about 6 or so people who could be a potential mark. So, I'll roll once for each. You just say stop anytime you want me to stop rolling, but we shall
Okay.
roll for all 6. Okay, first one is a success. You find 5 gold pieces. So I'll
Okay.
note that on your
Has the
inventory.
music got loud, guys?
Okay, second time.
Thank you, Grave
You find
and
nothing?
Izzy, for the
But you're not
donations. Thank you
detected?
so much, by the way. Very much appreciated. I will add you to the
Okay.
spinning wheel.
You come up upon a man. He is looking up, and then he sort of notices, he feels something on his pocket, and he notices you touching him from behind. Excuse me,
I rolled
miss?
seduction.
Okay.
I was clearly feeling this man up. I am drunk, and I am here for it.
Okay then. We're going to make this a deception check.
Yep.
Okay, this one wasn't too hard. You are looking somewhat tipsy. There is a strong smell of alcohol on your breath. He goes,
Yep.
I'm with my wife, madam. If you'd kindly move along.
My bad.
Now, the others who were sort of staring at the firework display are now looking quite pointedly at you, so this may be a time to stop your crime spree.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop stealing from people around here. I'm gonna just keep moving.
Okay. So, Rassie's on his way to the Rose Garden, and Mistake is on her way to the House of Pleasure. Shang and Dahlia, is there anything you'd like to do at this point in time, or would you just like to mill about and see what happens?
I noticed that.
Well,
Oh, go on,
Wait,
go
go
on,
on,
Shang.
go on.
No, Shang. I'm sorry, I spoke over you. Fellow tiefling to tiefling, you go first.
my pleasure. I will go with Samuel because I'm quite intrigued as to what this little guy is up to.
Okay then, so just have a quick look at
Yeah,
your
she's.
character
I don't know where
sheets.
she's gone. I think she's turned her webcam off for a
Okay,
sec.
so
Yeah, she has.
are you just following normally, or are you going to try and do this stealthily so that he doesn't notice you?
Oh, I'm not being subtle about it. I get
Okay.
the impression he's dumb as rocks, so he probably won't even notice me.
Although her doing that has made everyone go away now.
Rasky, you notice you are being followed by Shang. Do you
Now
continue
everyone's
to the
gone.
Rose Garden, or are you going to do anything about your new straggler?
Mistake, come back, please. I need to see if it's.
I don't
Okay, she's
I don't
back.
think it's a red flag for Samuel yet. I think that he would keep going. Because going to the Rose Garden itself is not sort of suspicious on its own. It's what he intends to do there. So
I see.
so I think I would just let it go for now.
Okay, fair enough. And Kitty, Oh, I can see you're adjusting. So perhaps we'll come back to Kitty.
No, it's fine. I think when Mistake turned the webcam off, it made everyone go away, and I don't know why. Whoopsie.
I see.
I'll try and fix it, but I would like to go to the brothel place. I can't remember what it's called. Home of Summon Pleasure.
The House of Pleasure, yes.
Because I would like to start talking to people to find out if they know why my village disappeared.
What better place to talk than the brothel?
Well, they're drunk, so my character assumes that maybe people are a bit more loose lips.
Fair enough.
Always the one.
Okay then. So, we'll start with Mistake. So, Kitty is heading over, and Mistake, are you going to enter Madame Shecot's tent, or is there anything else you might
Madame
like to do in the
Shecock.
area?
It sounds like Seacock.
I do want to glance around real quick and make sure I'm not being observed before I go in.
Okay, so quick check. Kitty, were you being at all stealthy going to the tent, or are you just sort of idly moving there just to chat to people?
I'm being stealthy because I'm trying to avoid these three knowing where I'm going. So, because I noticed the.
Okay, seems we've lost Kitty.
Sorry,
so...
no, I just keep forgetting push to talk. That's all. I decide to go stealthily because I've noticed that that Shang followed Samuel. So I'm a bit curious why people have started doing that. We've only met each other a little while ago, so I don't want anyone following me into the rose bushes, into the brothel. So I would like to sneak, please, and go stealth. Home bargain.
Okay then. So, Mistake, you rolled a critical fail on your check.
What?
So,
I've seen my own feet. Excellent.
oh, you look
They are
around, you
still
think,
there.
fuck, I'm good at this.
That's so
I am
good.
the stealthiest motherfucker on this planet. And Kitty, you successfully sidle up behind Mistake's character. I'm terrible at remembering the names. But yes, you are behind her.
Okay.
So, Mistake, what would you like to do now?
I would just like to enter the tent like I own the place. I am clearly the stealthiest motherfucker who ever walked the land. So, I mean, they might not even notice I've come in. Like, I gotta make entrance.
Okay then. So, you move the tent flap to one side, and you see a receptionist just sort of sitting there. Saying, it's you. I shall get her ladyship.
Irance,
And a
thank you
door,
so much for the donation.
another tent flap
Thank
is
you.
opened,
I just saw it pop
and you
up.
see
I
Lady
might have turned
Shecot.
it down too much. Do you think that's what
Says,
it was?
Please, come
That's why they're not
inside."
popping up. Irance, thank you so much, my friend.
She beckons you in.
And then I do.
All right.
I will add you
excellent.
to the wheel of
So,
fortune.
The tent flap closes.
Right, I've turned it back up.
She
Let's
says,
see if we can
"It's so
find
nice
somewhere
to
that
see
doesn't
you, my
deafen
dear."
us, eh? Thank you, Irance.
I'm trying to decide
Whoa.
how drunk my character actually is at this point.
Well, at this point, you're seeing the ceiling. You've had your feet swept from underneath you.
I will add you to
Okay.
the wheel of fortune.
Alright.
Don't
my
you
friend.
know it's polite to greet me, my lady? Have you forgotten your manners, worm?
Oh my god,
Uh,
she's gonna step on you. Oh, oh my god.
I'm a bit flustered by the quick,
Yeah, it didn't come up, did it? I'll turn it back up.
laydown,
Thank
but
you,
that's
Irance.
alright.
Thank you very much.
And I'm like, I
Had to
am
bounce out. Oh, it's okay. Welcome
sorry.
back.
my lady.
That is much more like it. Now, up on your knees. Very good. Okay then, I suppose you're wondering what you're doing at this party. We're going to fade to black for a moment. Dahlia, being quite near the tent, you happen to hear a couple of sort of curious noises.
Yeah, I'm
hear
in
the sounds
a lot
of-
of shock right now. Uh-huh.
You hear the sounds of leather. You hear chains at one point. Some muffled sounds that you can't quite identify. And at some point you're quite certain you hear cutlery for some reason. You have no idea why. We cue back to Mistake. She's tied to a chair.
Nice. Usually I have to pay extra for this.
Normally you do. You have taken 2 points of damage from this, but you've
Okay.
had a whale of a time.
Hell yeah, I have.
She releases one hand from the chair, and she hands you a glass of wine.
Your BDSM and my
Drink
D&D
up, my dear,
campaign?
and then I'll tell you what you're doing at this manor.
Okay, I do, yeah.
Okay then, so... Wisdom saving throw. Excellent, you fail.
Great.
At this point, you
Yes,
notice
right. This is quite...
floaters in your vision blacks out temporarily, and you started to feel somewhat dizzy, but this isn't a usual faint spell or anything like that. This is... You feel the effects of magic on you.
Okay.
And Lady
Guys, you won't
Shikot
mind if I eat my
leans down to you and
coleslaw, will you?
says,
It won't break character too much, will
you are
it?
going to find
This is
Ether's
hard.
Scepter.
Where?
It is on the top floor of the manor. I don't know where exactly it is, but you need to find it. As soon as you do, she hands over a small stone. It says, simply tap this twice,
Enjoy your coleslaw, darling.
and you'll be
Thank
able to
you.
message me. Tell me
Thank you
as
very
soon
much.
as you get
I
it.
brought it in from inside when I threw my meat at the wall.
Until you
Sounds
get,
good.
until you do this service for me, she starts to do some other questionable things to you that normally would feel amazing.
Great.
But this time you feel nothing.
Oh.
Oh,
Absolutely
shit.
nothing good at all.
Oh no.
It's just as if someone tapped you on the shoulder,
Oh man.
not doing your favourite thing with a cat of nine tails.
Oh no.
And she leans down and says, until you do this, you will not feel an ounce of pleasure ever again. And
Oh.
if you think of disobeying me, you may well die. So Mistake, you're under the effects of Aegeus.
Okay.
So, for the rest of this adventure, unless you're going to do actions that bring you closer to your goal of stealing this scepter, there is a very real chance that you're going to take a lot of damage and you may well die.
Oh shit.
Okay, got it.
Okay then.
Can I ask a
So-
question?
Of course.
Did I hear that as well? Did Dahlia hear that?
Ooh, good. Alright, I shall roll a perception check.
Because my
for you.
horns are like antenna, right? It was picking up frequencies there. I think I might have heard.
Like sonar.
Yeah, so
Something
like a
up,
bat.
Like the local bird station. It was
Yeah.
so hard to tune in.
I was listening to some music and then I just heard like, and if you don't get this, I'm just curious. Did I hear what I think I heard?
So, you succeed on your perception check. So, there were perhaps some things you never wanted to hear at all.
Ah,
But you did hear the instructions given to Kyla. You know she's here to steal this scepter, and for some reason it's important to Lady Shikot. We're going to move on to Samuel now.
Okay.
So he's approaching the Rose Garden. The fireworks are up in the sky, and people are largely distracted. You see a couple of benches, and you see one that's occupied. It's a young couple. They're having, well, what could be referred to as pre-coitus. They're enjoying their drinks. They're enjoying each other's company, very clearly.
My God, where are we?
A debauch
this is
ball.
A party, yeah.
It's like we've joined when it's entered this part of the party, bro.
Hey, the drinks have been flowing freely. Rasky, is there anything you'd like to do in the Rose Garden?
I would like to go. And first of all,
I can't find a mask.
look
There's a
at the
combination of a
benches
tube scarf and
specifically,
sunglasses and wig
I'm
count.
trying
Of
to see
course
if I
it
can
does. I
see,
love all kinds
any
of
bench
stuff.
that possibly has something underneath.
Oh, a funky
it.
hat. Why not?
And if I don't, then I will go up to them one by one.
Okay, you stealthily crawl around and you see the item that you're looking for. Unfortunately, it's the bench occupied by this young couple.
Oh.
Is there anything you'd like to do at this point?
Hmm.
Shang just watching on. Look at him.
Samuel walks up to them, to the couple.
Okay, you hear smooching sounds, and then sort of a sudden... Jesus Christ, what are you doing here? What do you want?
Cover yourself in toilet paper and say you're a mummy.
Hello.
Mummy dust.
If you're interested in coitus, then might I
Oh,
suggest... the tent
Tiatiri, you still
nearby?
here? Because I've got some mummy dust dollars yesterday.
Okay.
I'll show you in a sec.
I'm going to call that a persuasion check.
The local
Got it.
coitus salesman. Might I suggest a tent nearby?
I'm here.
I
Hang
have
on a sec. I'll
mine
show
for
you.
the persuasion, by the way.
Oh, good. This is go great.
For once in his life, it goes well for Samuel. You rolled a critical
God.
success.
Oh my god.
It was so awkward. He just like came back around.
So they look down
Look.
at this awkward little halfling staring up at them, and they
Look at
think,
this.
you know what? It's cold out
Ghost
here.
fans, look at this.
We don't know who's
I
going to
got
find
2
us.
as well.
Yeah, let's hide the tent. This is a fantastic idea. So quickly, they re-robe, and up they go. So,
Can I join Samuel? Slay.
Rassi, you
I
search
fucking
under
know.
the bench,
Yeah,
and
dude,
you
I
find
was
the
this
item that you were
close,
looking for.
and one of
I'm
the
going
ghouls
to add
blew a
a
kiss
bag
at me.
of holding to your inventory.
I can't talk about it yet though. Oh, I really want to.
Perfect.
So for anyone who is new to D&D or just not aware, a bag of holding is an excellent item. It's essentially a mini dimension in a bag. You can fit just about anything inside.
Can I interrupt real quick?
Of course.
Did he not already have a bag of holding?
Nope.
Is
Correct.
he just jangling around with his silverware in his pockets?
It's only 2 pairs of silverware.
Maybe he expertly put them into his boots somewhere so they wouldn't jangle.
We'll talk about
Who
it
knows?
later. Yeah, he blew a kiss at me.
But yes,
I was so excited.
Shang,
It was
you notice
Phantom.
from the distance
I was
as
like this. I was like,
Rasky pulls out this bag and
I was
starts
this close
adding
to Papa.
what appears to be your silverware
We
to
got like
it.
the best seats ever.
What would you like to do, Shang?
Is he holding the bag, or has he got it placed right on the bench while he's putting stuff into it?
Rasky?
Can you repeat the question?
Yo, he needs a repeat
Are you
roll.
like stuffing stuff into the bag, or have you put it on the bench while you're emptying all your stuff into it?
I imagine I would be putting the silverware that I got. I would put that into the bag and then put the bag of holding into, wherever I hold stuff.
So what I mean is, as you're currently doing it, because I'm watching you currently do this.
Mm-hmm.
Have you set the bag down to put the silverware into the bag? Or are you holding the bag and putting the silverware in it?
Yo, he needs to do
What?
a repetition roll.
Am I just holding the bag, or have I put the bag down? No, I would be holding the bag if I'm putting items into the bag.
Okay, perfect. That's what he wanted to know.
Yeah, that's what I wanted
Gotcha.
to know, yeah.
Okay.
All right, Dim, is there anything you'd like to do at this point?
I'm gonna walk up to old Samuel. Yeah. That's a very weird situation you've just found yourself in, Samuel.
I'm taking notes.
What was that about? Slightly towering over him, looking down.
Okay, so obviously, so Samuel. I'm trying to think if Samuel realizes that why does Shang know his name? I think he has to roll for that.
Didn't you introduce
Once to get
yourself
to,
at the table?
Let's,
Didn't
for the
introduce
sake of
himself.
I don't think.
for the sake of the story, let's say you introduced yourselves,
Okay, got it.
or you saw nameplates saying
Okay.
where each person is seated. Seated. What the fuck is with me today?
Seated. Where we
I need a
seated.
seated emote, please.
Can I roll for seated, please?
Of the 4 people here, who'd have thought English was my first language?
Ayo.
Anyway,
Right. Okay.
At your-
So,
at your places, yes, you would have seen nameplates saying who sits where.
yeah. So in that case, Samuel responds with, yes, I agree. The couple that was having pre-coitus was rather bizarre.
In all my years, I have never heard anyone describe it as pre-coitus. I'm just flabbergasted at his choice of words.
Fair enough. Okay, we're going. Unless there's anything else you'd like to do, Shang, we're going to move back to Dahlia and Kitty.
Oh, I'll be like, why are you putting a load of cluttery in that bag? Odd thing to put in there when we're at a party.
Yes. For the untrained eye, it can seem suspicious that one might be stealing items to acquire gold. However, in my particular case, I'm simply using it as a way to hold items from my pocket.
Coitus.
That just sounds like stealing with extra steps. My
Irons, did you send me the
halfling
picture?
friend.
While correct, sometimes it may be that things are not as they appear. I believe at this time our social interaction has come to an end. I must leave now. And General leaves.
I'm not stealing, I'm just stealing.
Yo.
Well.
As he tries to leave and scurry away, not very fast because it's a halfling, mind you. It's kind of a walk, not a shuffle, fast shuffle. We're gonna just use Mage Hand and just try and yank that bag out of his hand.
Okay, let me just check something.
I don't think it'll weigh too much. But,
Am I safe to assume you're holding the bag, Resky? Or you put it in your pack?
I believe at that point, when he has, sort of interrupted me, I would still be holding it. I wouldn't have had time to, put it away somewhere.
Okay, then. So, I'm going to rule it that... So, Dim casts Mage Hand. So, this is one of his spells. He can do as much as he would like. So, an invisible hand of sorts. Almost imagine like Force Push from Star Wars. He's able to just sort of try and pick up the bag, but because Rasky's holding onto it, the Mage Hand itself does not have very much strength at all. So anyone sort of actively trying to resist it isn't going to be able to lift the item. But Rasky, you notice some kind of magical force is trying to yank the bag out of your hand.
I don't think Samuel would know specifically that it was Shang. I think that he would be kind of confused about it, but keep holding on to the bag and keep moving.
Okay then. Alright then, so we're going to go back to Dahlia at this point. So, you've heard something very disturbing coming from Mistake's tent. Though she seems to have had quite a fun time with it.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
And at that point, you feel a tap on the shoulder.
Jeez.
You turn around to see a familiar face. It's a tabaxi, a cat person by the name of Yorick. He goes, "Ah, is that you, Dahlia? I have not seen you in many years."
Yorick!
So you remember Yorick as something of
It's coming back to me.
a lovable rogue.
That's right.
So he was often getting himself into trouble in the village of Meliora. He would sort of pass through town sometimes engaged in petty crime, but generally he quite liked the guy. He was a lovable little rogue, didn't really mean to hurt anyone, just sometimes things would go missing around him.
Did he ever kill anyone? Can I just double check that?
No, he is not a killer.
Okay.
And he looks at you and says, "My, you have changed. You humans are such strange creatures. You seem to be growing some kind of exoskeleton now. Is this your puberty?
No, I'm actually a tiefling now.
Oh, I see. Interesting, interesting. Do humans get to choose their race like this? Do you start in some kind of larval or pupal form and then you get to choose what you be? Is this how dwarves are made?
No, it was like a curse, I'm afraid. I
Oh, I'm
suppose.
so sorry. Oh, I do apologize. I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. Please, let me get you a drink. Would you like some milk with me?
Sure, I will share a glass of milk with you.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we must catch up. So, it's so good to see you at this manor. Please, tell me, what brings you here?
To be honest, I'm not really sure. I got an invitation that said to come here. Can I check, have you been through our home village recently?
No, I've been on my travels for quite some time. Why, is something wrong?
Yes, everyone has gone missing there.
Dear Lord, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. Well, this brings a rather sour note to our party. But, anyway, such tragedies, sadly all too common along the Sword Coast.
What, it's been happening before?
Yes, other villages have been going missing, in the last year or so. And actually in villages around the manor, come to think of it. No one really knows where they're going. This isn't the first village to simply disappear like this.
Can I check am I able to, like, with my stats and stuff, can I work out if this person is lying to me?
Okay, that's called an insight check, and you absolutely can.
Oi, oi.
So you succeed on your insight check. He seems entirely honest.
Alright, okay.
He's aghast that so many people have gone missing in his home village, and he's telling you the truth. Other villages have been going missing as well.
I just wanted to see if I had an ally in this person. Thank you.
Yeah, your overall feeling, he's an entirely trustworthy person. He's not necessarily the most lawful person.
No.
But he does strike you as a kind soul and one you can trust.
What's his name again?
At least, Yorick.
Thank you.
Go on, write it down, babes.
Oh, I did. I've got notes, darling. I've got notes.
So, at this point, he mentions, now, I have been expanding my business somewhat. Could I interest you in any of these fine potions at all? He opens up his jacket and you see something of an illicit pile of questionable origin potions. He says, well, could I interest you in anything? I have all kinds, you see. And he shows you various different ones. The key ones among them, he shows you a couple of bottles of poison, should you want them. He also shows you what he calls his own special love potion, a especially potent aphrodisiac. He also shows you something, the equivalent of, say, ketamine. It's going to be with enough of it, it's really going to knock people out, put them out.
Nice.
So, being an old friend and, well, a victim of tragedy, perhaps you would like to sample some of these things to take your mind off these horrible events. May I interest you in anything?
So I've got a knockout one, a love potion of sorts, and a
Poison.
What was the other one? A poison. Okay. I'll take the knockout. Bottle of knockout, please. Ket.
Okay.
Ket dealer.
You like a knockout? Okay. So, he's going to say, okay, that will be 1 gold piece. Now, you started with 50, so you can easily afford that. So, are you happy to take that price?
I'm absolutely fine, but from now on, I'd quite like my gold amount to be private from Samuel, please. I'm joking.
Yeah, Samuel doesn't know, so he would have to. If I wanted to know, then I would have to check anyway.
True.
Yes.
So
Everyone
when
aside.
Samuel's old sense goes off.
So, for anyone viewing, We have some quite experienced D&D players, so Mistake, Dim, and Rasky have played games together before. They
I'm
know
the
what they're doing.
idiot. It's me.
No, Kitty's the new one, so we're very happy to have her. So with the others being experienced, it's quite common for people just to know what they know as a character versus what they know is going on at the table. Metagaming can suck the fun out of things, so automatically knowing, oh, they've got a lot of gold, I'm going to steal it from them right away, may not necessarily be the way forward. Anyhow, so you've bought this knockout potion. Okay, is there anything else you'd like to do in the area? You notice Kyla walking out with a bit of a limp, but quite a broad smile on her face, tinged with some worry.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I actually have a familiar, I believe.
So you do. They've been following you invisibly for now.
Yes, they have. So I call upon my familiar.
Okay then. In what form would you like it to take?
Squid.
Okay. So your squid arrives. Mistake. You look up to see this curious little squid of sorts floating behind Dahlia. A few people sort of look around and think, oh, is this part of the entertainment? There's some sort of stirring about.
Sure.
Okay, so there's a squid floating in front of you, Kitty. What would you like to happen with your squid?
I can speak telepathically with my my squid, whose name is Satanas. And
Of course.
I telepathically say to my familiar that I want it to take the form of a spider,
Okay.
and I want it to follow Kyla and get any information it can, because I did hear what happened in that tent.
Okay then, so you're going to ask it to tail Kyla. Yep, it's going to happily do so.
Thank you.
All right then. So normally what size spider would you like? Are we talking a little house spider or are we talking a D&D giant spider?
Oh, well, it needs to be stealthy, so I'm going to go a house spider.
Okay, a little house
A
spider.
small terrier.
Yeah.
Okay then. So, Mistake, you don't hear the conversation, but you see Dahlia look at this floating squid in front of her, then suddenly, poof, and it apparently disappears. I'm going to roll a very hard perception check for you, which you fail. So you don't notice this tiny little spider scuttling around the grass ahead of you.
Gotcha.
But would you like to say anything to Kitty about this squid exchange? Any comments? Or are you just going to leave it be?
You know what? I'm just gonna be like, okay then. And then I'm gonna start walking towards the manor again. Like, I'm gonna write that one off. I am, maybe it's still the tonic just kind of hitting me. Maybe I've got bigger problems than
Hi,
a floating
Simon. How
squid
are
right
you?
now. Let's
Cute
go.
Thulu. Thank you. GDI.
Okay, entirely fair.
It's like, where's Waldo? But
All right,
where's
we're going to
the
move back
idiot?
to
It's me.
Shang.
Metagaming.
So you've tried to nick Rasky's bag off of him. You notice he's been behaving somewhat bizarrely.
Same
It
shit
appears he's been
every day
stealing
for
the
Kyla, I know.
cutlery and placing them
Nothing
inside his
new.
bag. Is there anything you'd like to do at this point?
You'll stand there for a sec, watching him walk away and be slightly perplexed that he didn't even seem to notice the fact that something tried to nick that bag off him. He just kept walking.
I love that Dim and Rasky are together.
I'm like, okay, that's a
Just
thing
like
that
it. No
happened.
worries, Simon. Thank you for the luck.
I'm
I
going
see.
to make my way back towards the main throng of people.
Mhm.
Because I'm not entirely sure what he's up to, but I don't really want any part of it at this point.
Mhm.
Because the whole thing's weirded me out. Which
Okay.
is no small feat for someone of my nature.
So you do invite a couple of stairs. So as you're looking around, you notice noblemen talking, and let's just have you roll passive perception. Okay, so You notice Lord Mullard talking with what appears to be some kind of wizard. And he says, well, have you been able to figure anything out about these two, Tribulate? And he sort of turns to him and says, they just appear to be sort of tieflings. They might have the art, but I've not detected any sort of particularly potent magic usage from anyone at this party as of yet. Someone's brought a few magical potions in, but that's hardly unusual for a party like this. You remember last year with the troll stripper? People do all kinds of things here.
I'm going to watch these two for a second.
This is extraordinary. Well, thank you,
See when we
Sunman. I
finish,
appreciate that. We're
conversation.
raising money today for Blood Cancer UK.
Okay,
so
they don't
thank you very much.
really talk about anything of
I hope
note
you
from
enjoy
this point onwards.
during your luck.
So they're just talking about just general house security, etc. So actually, as they mention it, this Tribulate fella says, are you really sure you just have all the guards posted on the stairs? You sure you don't want anyone on the upper floor? I mean, thieves are everywhere, and some of your most valuable things are up there. Are you sure? You're not just going to post guards patrolling the floor, you're just going to keep them at the base of the stairs? Yes. Anyone who gets up there, they deserve what they get.
Our conversation.
Some might call this a plot hook.
Yes.
That none of us heard.
I did.
Oh, did you? Nice.
What you guys choose to share with each other is up to you. So, are you just going to continue just milling about and observing, or is there anything you'd like to do?
I am going to approach the Lord and his wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Just patiently wait for them to finish what they're currently discussing before interjecting.
I see. Well, at this point, Lord Mullard just says, okay, well, I better search for my son. I don't know what trouble he's getting himself into at this point in time. But I imagine he's at that damn tent.
Nice.
See you later, Tribulate.
Classic.
So, at this point, the wizard, he just sort of quietly gets himself a small glass of champagne and starts sipping. He's just keeping an eye on the room.
I'm going to approach Tribulate.
Is Lord Muller sitting in the corner? What, up there? Wait, up there. The Dungeon Master.
Ah,
I wish I could donate, but is
He
there any
looks at you
tweet
and
or blue
says,
sky post that I
"Ah."
could share to get some attention? But good luck, really fun to watch you. Oh my god, please don't feel pressured to donate to Salmon.
I wonder, do we
we've
have a
made, like,
similar, shall we
all-
say, patron?
We've
Someone
made
looking
all of
over
the,
us, perhaps?
The what do you call it? Our goal. We hit our goal months ago, so anything else is just a bonus. There is my socials are here.
Alternative arts folklore.
If I
Indeed.
don't have a
So you are
social
the
that you'd
one
like
I
to share it
am
on, feel free to make a
expecting.
post. Like,
Okay,
I'd appreciate
very
that so
good.
much. Like, that's actually a really great way if you can't donate, is just like
Please follow
post
me.
on shit,
And he
retweet,
motions
stuff like
you
that. So
towards
thank
a
you very
very
much.
quiet area of the gardens, where
No worries, thank you. I appreciate
going
it.
to
Like, spreading the
overhear you.
word is really fun, so thank you.
So,
I was in the
we'll
corner.
come
I'm
back
sorry.
to Shang. So,
I missed it.
Kyla, you've had the beating / night of a lifetime, and you've seen a squid suddenly disappear. Is there anything you'd like to do at this point to further your goals?
So I am making my way kind of casually towards the manor, just kind of like keeping an eye out as far as like how security is going. Is it sort of like people are on patrols? There are like people like just hanging out in certain areas.
Yep. Okay, so you
Don't know if you want me to roll like a perception check for that or not.
I'm happy to do that for you. So, just tell me, are you doing it within the manor, or are you sort of doing a tour around the grounds? How thorough are you going to be?
Right now, I'm just kind of like peering into the dining hall that we were in, kind of glancing around the outside of the building, not necessarily on the inside quite yet.
Okay then, so you have a glance around. You notice one or two balconies on either corner of the building, and as you're walking around, okay, you notice one of the rooms has what appears to be a wine stain on the window, and you see a couple of another couple of stains up against it. You're not quite sure what they are, but you do see sort of a young girl who may have come from the tent per se. You notice her running around in there, but you also notice that the window is partially open. It's the only open window on that top floor.
Okay.
So you notice the balconies. You don't notice any stairways or ladders or anything like that at all, but yes, you do see that balcony, you do see that open window up on the outside.
Okay. Then I will kind of casually head inside, like I'm looking for another drink,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of take a peer around as far as like maybe stairwells to get upstairs or other ways to get upstairs.
Okay then, so within the main hall, the banquet area, so you see many tables, you see the band is starting to strike up and some people are starting to dance, more drinks are flowing. You see something of a fountain that's almost become a punch bowl. You notice there's quite a lot of wine, sort of red wine being sort of spurted up through the fountain, and people are just helping themselves to that. But in terms of security arrangements, you notice at the end of the sort of major banquet hall, there's a very large staircase that breaks off into two up at the top.
Okay.
That's the only way up that you see thus far, but there may be other areas for you to explore.
Okay. Are there obvious like security hanging around the stairwell?
Yes, at the sort of the base of the stairs, you see two guards sort of they're just sort of standing there with spears. They look kind of bored. They're just sort of making sure nobody goes up. So you see a drunk party guest sort of walk up there. They just sort of cross the stairs, say nope, only by invitation, and then
Thank you
push 'em
so
away.
much, Salmon. Thank you.
I
That is
am
so
going to
appreciated.
grab,
Genuinely, it's the best way to
two
spread the word. So thank you
goblets
so
of
much.
wine and
Thank
just
you.
kinda make
I
my way
appreciate it very
over. I'm
much.
gonna
I never
try
feel
and
like you have to
smooth up
donate
these
ever. Oh my
security
god! Like
guards.
it's, as I say, we made our donation goal
Okay then.
a long time ago. We've just been adding to
So
it every
they
month
look at
because
you. They
guys
cross
have
the
been
stairs.
smashing
Sorry,
it.
no entry. Family members or by invitation only.
Absolutely smashing it.
What kind of invitation do I need?
One from either his lordship, the head wizard, Shiko, over there, or from sort of Montgomery Mullard, the lord's son.
I
Unless
see.
any of those three allow it, you're not coming up.
Fair enough. I mean, you wouldn't want the rabble going upstairs. I understand that. Here's some wine. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. You know, and I'm just kind of casually stroll away.
They declined the wine, saying we can't on the job.
Oh man, not even one.
Are you going to try and persuade them?
I'm gonna try to persuade him. Just the one.
The dungeon master was very still.
the
If for some reason it
Okay.
keeps freezing, I don't know if it's because I'm not clicking in there. If it
Right,
does it
just
again, let
need
me know.
to
I'll
gosh,
change it out.
again.
Thank you. Sort it out.
Yes. Okay, so you are quite charismatic, and you. So I'm going to make this persuasion.
Thank you, Salmon. Have the same headphones.
All right, you
y'all?
succeed with both of them.
cool. Do you know who the dungeon master is, Iris?
So they both sort of quietly look at each other and say, "Fuck, we aren't paid enough for this." And so they ask, "Look, you look the crafty sort. If you just quietly hand us that wine and I don't know, do a bit of juggling or something, or dance around, something like that. Just make a scene or something, and yeah, we'll be really grateful for a drink."
All right. So I do hand them the wine, and then I immediately start doing an acrobatic trick. I am going to try to do a handstand on a single hand.
Okay then. So
Yeah.
you try this little handstand. Shouldn't be too difficult for someone like you. He says, so you jump up onto one hand, you look like you're going to do it, and then arse over tit, down you go.
Awesome.
Oh.
I am.
And for the second time for tonight, you've got a lovely view of the ceiling.
Fantastic. So
So-
pretty.
But your distraction worked. One of the guards comes over, helps you, and says, "Thanks, mate,"
Yeah. Yeah.
and sort of quietly pushes you along. So the guards look happy. They seem to like you.
Great.
Right, we haven't checked in with Samuel for a bit. What would you like to be doing?
Samuel is attempting to figure out how many floors does this building have.
Okay, so I'm going to say that you do a similar inspection to Mistake. So there's just two main floors to the building, so the ground floor and one up above. So you do the same inspection, you see the same things as Mistake, because I can't be bothered rolling it. And yes, you see there's an additional set of stairs up. You see Mistake charming the guards with the wine. You also notice there's a back area past the stairs, so you don't know what are in the doors beyond them just yet. So there may be other ways up. This just appears to be the main way for now.
Okay. So I'm seeing that there are guards at the staircase. Yes.
Yes. You notice them sort of quietly throwing away some wine glasses to either side.
Okay. Samuel is going to attempt to sneak past, considering that they might be intoxicated.
Okay. So
I have
bear in
plus
mind,
10 to stealth.
are you sure about this? So just going to set the scene for you. This is a very, very busy hallway. Everyone knows you're not allowed up the stairs. There are two guards right in front of it, and yes, they've had a glass of wine, but they're probably not that much of a
Samuel
lightweight.
Honeypot is
Right.
You're welcome to try.
it's like a little bimbo, right?
I'm still gonna try. I have plus 10 to stealth.
a little bimbo.
I like the idea that Samuel walks up and goes, "I'm gonna sneak," and then crouches.
Like
Right.
it's Skyrim, right?
Yeah, just max
Like
level.
right in front of everybody, just crouches.
What was that noise?
How are you going to do this?
Must have been the wind.
Must have been the wind. What was that noise?
Rats.
Rats.
Arrow sticking out of his head.
Alright, you're rolling with disadvantage on this one.
He has to act like he
Okay, but I'm still
belongs
plus
there
10 on stealth.
exactly.
Pink Panther theme plays in the background.
No, wait. Can I use bardic
Dun-dun,
inspiration or
dun,
heroic inspiration?
Okay, yep, you've rolled a 10 and 11 so far, so I'll allow you to use your inspiration from
Oh,
your
okay.
good backstory that you wrote me. You'd like to re-roll those?
Well, 11 plus 10, isn't that 21?
Yes, but you
Okay,
are
then-
trying to walk up a very obvious stairway in a very busy party. It
Sure,
might
let's
be a
re-roll
little
it.
bit beyond that. Okay.
Guys, I'm still here. I'm just having a bit
Okay.
of pizza.
Good thing you use that. Somehow you manage it. So you look there and realize, they're just gonna see me walking up the stairs. So you notice there's a banner off to one side. So you wait until Mistake falls flat on her ass once again. I don't know why I've just retconned it this way. You wait for something to happen in the party.
No, that's
Some
okay.
kind of-
I did fall. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Mistake, I'm very grateful for your role playing there. But yes, Mistake grabs some attention away and you're able to quietly just shimmy up a sort of large banner that's going down the side of one of the stairs. So you've got a stairway, you've got a wall to one side, you've got the banner here, and you just sort of quietly climb your way up of that. And you hide behind one of the railings, and somehow no one appears to have noticed you.
Perfect.
So, this is where we start to use our map. So, Rasky, you've made it to the top floor.
Yo.
So, let me just see if I can mark it. Do you guys
I
see
can't
a
believe we got
blue
away with that,
cross
bro.
appear on the map at all?
Yes.
Can't see shit.
Okay, there is. So, Rasky, you are up there. So, you're still going to have to be quite careful. You've still got another stairway to get up, but you've
Can you
made
see
your
where
way
he
up
is, guys?
so far without
The
being
blue cross.
detected.
He used that tactic, like, where you just act confident and you're supposed to be there the entire time. Just like, no, I'm going that, yep. Alright, see you later. Okay, bye. And just,
It's true.
No one would ever expect this. I'm just going to walk up there.
yeah. I'll admit, it wasn't a tactic I thought of, like, you got up there before I did, so I mean...
Okay, are you going to try and make your way up the rest of the stairs, or are you just going to sort of wait for a bit and hope nobody notices you?
Mill.
Well, okay. First of all, I would see what's what else can I see?
Okay, so from up there, you can see once you're up the set of stairs closest to you, you'll probably be just fine. So there's a large balcony area up the set of the stairs, sort of to the right of the map there. Once you're up there, unless you really make a commotion up there, no one's probably going to notice unless they're already up there. So once you're up those stairs, you're probably okay.
Okay, I'm gonna carefully sneak up the rest of the stairs then.
Okay then. So I'm just going to make this a regular stealth roll as you've got the hard part out of the way. And you do succeed.
Thank goodness.
So, you're up there, all is well. So you look around, you see two doors in front of you, and you are seeing a few pieces of fine art up on the walls, a coffee table with a couple of goblets on it as well.
Shove the paintings in your bag of holding.
Okay, how large are the paintings?
Oh, just large enough to shove in a bag of holding, I'd say.
That's crazy. Even I know what a bag of holding is.
Okay, I definitely go and put the goblets in the bag of holding.
Okay then, so these ones are made of silver, so we're going to add another 5 gold to your steel total. Well done.
Yo, so I guess Samuel doesn't really know the prices of these things, does he?
No, he doesn't, but let's say Samuel has the assumption of if I steal as much as I possibly can, I'll probably be okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think if the coast is clear, he would probably go for the paintings as well.
Alright. So we'll make this stealth and sleight of hand. Alright, you succeed. So you see 3 paintings, you sort of quietly lift up the frame, pop it in the bag, onto the next, lift up, pop, pop. So these artworks are much more valuable, so we've brought your total up to, you would estimate, actually let's do an appraisal check. Oh, wait, wrong version. Let's just call it intelligence. Alright, you reckon you've got about 500 gold's worth
Yo.
so far. So you're making an excellent start. You're 10% there to getting your heart back.
Let's go.
Okay, let's check in with Kitty. So, you've asked your familiar to follow Kyla. So the little spider is desperately trying to skitter around, not get trod on anyone. Thankfully, it succeeds. Now, it's
Does
reporting.
it succeed when I fall on my face?
It knew enough to stay away.
I squished it.
So the little spider is currently hiding under the lip of the fountain, so it's able to observe what's going on without
Okay.
anyone being able to harm it currently. So it reports back to you. Okay, she's given some wine to the guards for some reason, and now she's tumbled on her bum.
Okay. Clearly we're gonna get a lot of information from this Kyla. Stay with her for a while longer. Let's see if she does anything other than have sex and fall over, and see if we can get any information.
No, I didn't have sex with anybody. Let's be clear here.
I don't know what
Yeah.
went on in that tent. All I heard was chains and I think whips, I think. So I've assumed it's sex. So
Chains,
listen,
whips, and cutlery for
as
some reason.
character and cutlery. So as character, I've assumed that you did the coitus. So,
Naughty.
yeah, the naughty. Yes. So I say, listen, just follow Kyla some more. We'll just see. But if she keeps falling over and being drunk, we'll just move on. So just see what you can get.
Okay. Anything you'd like to do while your familiar is following Kyla?
I am getting quite chilly outside, actually, so I'd like to go back inside the manor, please.
Okay, you'd like to enter the manor. Okay then. You see people just having drinks, enjoying themselves. You see Kyla. She's gotten up. Bottom's a bit sore at this point, but Kyla, is there anything you'd like to do at this point?
I would actually. So here's my question: did I see Samuel sneak past the guards?
Because he rolled stealth against everybody, I'm going to say no. You haven't
No,
noticed him find his
okay.
way up.
Okay, no, that's fair.
Actually, one
So
moment.
you just watched a
Do-
man disappear, mistake. Like, it was crazy.
No.
One moment he was there, another he wasn't.
Wow.
But you inspect the sort of general area, and you notice that one of the banners is looking a little off-center. It's
You're
rumpled.
creased?
Okay. So they specifically said I had to get an invite either from the wizard or the son of the Lord. Is that the other one that they were saying?
Yes, so there's Lord Mullard, the overall sort of head of the manor, and there's someone called Montgomery Mullard. He's the Lord's son. He's somewhere at the party.
Real quick, let me take a look. Hold on.
I think she was trying to seduce the
you know
guards.
what?
Do you reckon?
I would like
I believe
to
in Kylie,
try
so-
and persuade
Yeah.
the guards
Are you
to
team
let me
Kyla?
pass.
Right, okay. This will be fun.
I am playing to my strengths here. I have a +8 in persuasion. I am going to try and just like, hey, I gotta use the little girl's room. I'm gonna just, if you'll just let me pass up there real quick, I'm just gonna.
Right, okay. Normally I'd do this at disadvantage, but you're just going to do a regular roll because you fed them some wine first, so at least they like you.
Hey,
Okay, so roll a persuasion check. You? Okay, they shake their heads and say, look, much as we like you,
Alright.
you can't.
that
Look,
was, you know what? That's
this
fair.
fella actually has indoor plumbing. If you just go in the room down there, you're good.
That's fair. You know what? I am going to go and schmooze in the party
Mhm.
and see if I can't find the Lord's son.
Okay, so yeah, you schmooze, you get talking to people, and you find out that his lordship's son has just sort of walked out the tent, and he's looking rather unhappy. So you would assume
That is
he's
unfortunate. I am gonna go cheer that man up with a glass of wine.
okay then. So out you go, you grab yourself some wine. All right, so you see a guy in a sort of quite an opulent looking mask, very sort of fine robes. You would assume him to be the Lord's son. And yet you just see him quietly cursing out the receptionist, saying, "You call these girls? No, just no. Come and look at them. One of them's a dwarf. She hasn't even shaved. What the fuck were you thinking?
Oh, shit.
This is supposed to be a brothel, not a
To be
zoo."
to be fair, some people pay extra for the hairy ones.
Is that what your character says?
That's what my character says.
Yes.
That
Yes.
is my intro trying to talk to this gentleman here. And I am gonna try to
Yes.
diffuse this tension
Hell
and
yeah.
be like, you know what? As someone who frequents the brothels, I can tell you, they pay extra for the short hairy ones.
Okay.
Mine is the
I'll let
answer,
you decide this one.
always.
Is this deception or persuasion mistake?
No, this is persuasion, man. People do pay extra for these dwarves. I'm telling you.
And I'm gonna make you believe it.
All right, you rolled well. He stops for a moment and just gives a young dwarf in a little pink dress a much more appraising look and thinks, well, maybe you have a point. But the answer's no. But hello there. I don't believe we've met. Montgomery Mullard.
I am charmed. Lady Kyla Midrose.
Ah, Shantae. So, what brings you to this tent?
Oh, I was just looking for something to distract me from this boring party.
Oh, smooth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, he smiles at you.
There's a reason Kyla's got +8 to persuasion. Tell you what.
Interesting. Tell you what. This party is rather boring. Would you like a nicer view of the garden?
Thank you.
From above, maybe?
Tiatu, thank you so much for the £10
I see
donation
you've got
to
rather
Blood
nice-
Cancer UK. I hope that alert wasn't too loud. I will
Okay.
add you to
He just sort of
our
motions for you to give him
Wheel
the
of
wine glass, and he just sort of takes it and just tosses it to one
win
side. You don't
a
want this
£10
well.
Steam
Let me
voucher.
show you the
Thank
real
you so
vintage.
much, TR2. Very much appreciated.
And he leads you along, and he's going to
Thank you.
take you upstairs. We'll come back to mistake later. Okay,
you.
so Dahlia, your familiar is reporting all this to you. Says, yeah,
No, genuinely,
he's
thank you,
flirted with
TR2,
the
thank you.
big frock man, and she's going up the stairs now. The guards aren't stopping her this time.
I think Kyla has not fallen over. She seems to have be in a situation now which I am interested in, because I want to know a little bit more about the Mullard family, because as I mentioned, my invitation said that I could find out what happened to my village here. So if I have my familiar watching the sun, I'm thinking about maybe going to have a conversation with Lord Mullard himself.
Okay then. Well, before that happens, you get another sort of pat on the arm. It's your friend Yorick again. Says, Dahlia, you must see this. I think I found one of the villagers.
What?
He leads you to the menagerie area. So you see a number of different cages. You see all kinds of wild and exotic animals. So you see large striped cats. You see apes sort of milling around in cages. You even see some more magical beasts. But you also notice something of a statue garden. And as you approach one of them, you recognize one of the villagers
Oh,
from Meliora.
shit.
You go up to some of the other statues and you're noticing some very familiar faces. So, I'm going to have you roll an Arcana check this. So you're aware of the magic behind this.
Okay.
These people have been petrified,
Oh.
so they've been turned to stone. So you're aware that with the right kind of magic, which you personally do not know, but you know that it's possible to revert these people back to their original form. But for the time being, they are statues, as if Medusa had stared at them.
Wow, okay. Do I know where to find out how... hang on, let me think what my question is. So I know what I'm just trying to clarify what you said. I know what the spell is.
You're aware of
Sorry,
how it
I
is
know
done.
there's
You just
that's it. Go on.
You know there is magic. You know it's beyond your power. You would want some kind of a wizard, or you're aware of perhaps some potions are able to reverse this effect.
Okay.
But as far as you're aware, you don't have anything you can do personally to reverse the petrification effect on them.
All right, I turn to Yorick and I say, it's them, it's the villagers. They seem, or the villager seems to be someone that we know. And I ask Yorick if he knows of any potions.
Alas, I do not. I'm merely an apprentice alchemist, but I have heard tell that at least one of the Mullard family, either the son or the father, I'm not sure which, but I've heard tell that they've been getting alchemy supplies in, so it's possible that, well, either they're responsible for this or they know what's happening. Perhaps they might be able to form some kind of a potion. Who knows? But it's most disturbing. How did they get here?
Okay. I tell Yorick to calm down because he's clearly in distress. And I ask him to. And
Yes, my nerves are calm. Thank you.
thank you. And I just need to think. So he's calmed down now. So I know the son is busy learning about dwarf anatomy and hair with Kyla. So I'm gonna go and just have a look around the manor casually to see if I can get an idea of where maybe the alchemy storage is that Yorick mentioned.
Okay. You have a walk around the manor. You hear a little something from familiar. She's talking about curly hairs for some reason, but I can't quite catch it all. But as you sort of walk along, you don't see anything directly related to alchemy. Sort of through, actually. No, you don't see anything sort of related to alchemy from your sort of brief look around. But you do notice a couple of balconies there, so you might be able to find a way up if you wanted to go up and explore yourself, or perhaps you can find a stairway up. It's entirely up to you.
Well, my strength is really low, isn't it? So I don't think I could climb to the balcony. So do you know what? I'm gonna use my feet. I'm gonna use the stairs. I'm gonna see if I can find some stairs.
Okay. So you're more than welcome to find some stairs. So either you need to persuade someone to let you up, or you've got to find some way to get past the guards.
Right.
As this is your first game,
Yeah.
you may want to have a look through some of the spells that you have.
Okay.
So you may have options for how you're going to do this. While Kitty's thinking about that, let's catch up with Shang. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, go on.
If you've got an idea, we can sort of go through it now, or
No,
we can
I'm
sort of
reading.
hop onto
I'm
Shang.
reading.
Okay. So while Kitty's engaged with the library, Shang. So
Nice
you've
move,
had a
Kyla.
conversation
You go, girl.
with Tribulate. He's told you about your master.
Thank you
He's
again,
given you a bit
TR2.
more
Sorry, it was just
information.
bad timing that it came up.
So he's
my
told
turn.
you that
Thank you very much, my friend.
the way to your master, he's been kept imprisoned within some kind of summoning circle that he's not able to escape from. It's as if there's some kind of force field he cannot walk through. So Belle is going to need assistance to get out. The way to Belle's chamber, there are a couple of items needed. Some kind of scepter that Lord Muller keeps hidden in a room upstairs, called the Scepter of Aether. Also, you're going to require sort of 2 golden horns. There's going to be sort of a demon head
Scepter.
Painting that you need to press the horns into to complete. It's also going to be holding a scepter. Press the scepter into that, and that should open the way to Belle's chamber. So you're going to have to find a way upstairs if you're going to help our mutual friend.
Thank you for that information. I will see about getting about that imminently. It's been quite some time since I've conversed with Belle, or so. He's eluded me for quite some time.
Indeed. So, Dim, have you any thoughts on how you might like to get upstairs?
Oh, very much so. So, that stairwell that door Kay was trying to get through is an entrance to the upstairs, correct?
Sorry, repeat that. The door Kitty was trying to get through. Did you say?
Oh, sorry, my both. No, Tyler, she was trying to seduce her way in and failed.
Yes, so that is definitely the main staircase up. There may be other ways in, but you're not aware of them as of yet. That's the only way up that you've seen thus far, unless you could scale the walls in some way.
Okay. I am going to go towards that door, but I'm going to duck off to the side, any sort of secluded, darker area, just out of view.
Yep, you find the toilets. You lock yourself in a cubicle.
Perfect. Did I notice anyone see me go in?
No one seemed to be paying any special attention to you.
Okay. I am going to cast Alter Self,
Okay.
and I'm going to take the form of Lord Mullard.
Okay, if you're going to do it, go big. Why don't you?
It does say there's only a few people who can get up there, and one of them's currently banging the door.
Okay.
Stop banging a
And I-
dwarf!
And I've not seen. I've not seen.
The stake's not that short. So which Lord Mullard? Are we going for the Mullard's son?
Spoke him into.
So are you going for the son of the Lord, or
Oh
are you
my.
going to be the Lord?
Be the Lord.
Okay, his lordship. All right then. Okay, so yeah, you can successfully cast Alter Self, so you look exactly like his lordship. And yep, you walk through, you get a few people sort of gently nod at you, raise their glasses in toast, but no one stops to talk to you, thankfully. The guards sort of nod, and they sort of allow you to pass upstairs. So, looking on the map...
I'm going to stop in the doorway for just a brief second.
Okay,
And just
so...
like, do a little sniffing motion. Just like nod my head knowingly at the guards before I go through. Like, I know what
Okay.
they've been up to, but I'm letting it slide. But it's a night of fun.
Okay, we'll call that an intimidate check. It works. So both guards sort of stand up straighter. They look quite scared at this point. They're wondering, do I still have a job in the morning? Shit. How the fuck did he smell that on us? But, yep, you walk on and the guards are sort of paying extra attention in front of them, not on the staircase behind them. Okay, so for the time being, Dim, I've just got you at the top of the staircase. Rasky, for the time being, you're up on this little lobbyway here. Kyla will come to you soon, but you're in his lordship's bedroom up here.
I'm just going to flip my camera over a second.
Uh-huh.
I just need to quickly do something.
Of course.
I'll
So we'll
say
go
as
back
it
to
snaps
Kitty.
me cover off.
It's fine.
All right, Kitty, how would you like to try and get upstairs?
So interestingly, I was gonna disguise myself. Disguise the spell disguise self. Now,
Okay.
Dahlia knows that the Lord Mullard's son is quite busy at the moment, looking at books now of dwarves, and like Kyla's
Yes, the
going in
picture books
depth.
particularly.
Yeah, the picture books are out, right? It's in depth. Yeah.
Teaching him important lessons of anatomy. It's okay.
She is she's going very in depth. So I know they're quite busy, right? And so I know I could probably disguise myself as the son. And also I can have my familiar give me like a little alert when they're finished looking at pictures of dwarfs, vulvas and stuff.
Okay. We'll briefly cut to Kyla. So, let's just say you've walked into the son's bedroom at this point.
Sure. Yeah.
You notice clothes strewn all over the place. There's wine. He's starting to pour you a glass. Is there anything you'd like to do in here? You you assume he's going to come up close to you and offer you the glass, and he's going to have amorous intentions.
Yeah.
What would you like to do at this point?
Sorry, I'm just taking a look through my my abilities here.
Mhm.
I am actually going to use a cunning strike when he gets too close. In the attempt to maybe render him unconscious. Not in the
Okay.
attempt to murder the man, but more in the attempt that like I'm just giving him a nice little fucking just tap. Just a little tap.
Okay, what weapon are you using for this?
Yo.
Do I have a weapon?
Yo.
Okay, let's say for argument's sake you've got a...
No, I do have a weapon. I'm gonna use my whip.
Oh my.
You whip him
Yep.
unconscious.
Listen, he's here for the kink. I'm here for the kink. If the attack doesn't go through, I just brought out the toy a little early. That's all.
I do have a question. Where are
Yes.
you whipping him to knock him unconscious? Like, what part are we aiming for?
Straight to the balls.
I'm just curious. Oh
yeah,
yeah,
so
the
am I.
merchant from Resident Evil 4's turned up. Hello.
Sorry, Spoda.
Any other weapon mistake, I would have been all for it. But a whip. I mean,
I didn't
with a
break
sword,
out
you
my
can get them with the...
cutlass.
Let Kyla finish where she's gonna whip him. It might. Well, I can think of somewhere that'd knock him out.
I not saying you can't do this. I just want to know exactly the rationale. Where are you aiming, for instance?
Okay, so I would like to specify first of all, it is not like a full length bullwhip because that would be fucking insane. Okay.
Okay.
I will specify that it is like a smaller, maybe like not even like a cat of nine tails, but a smaller whip like that.
Okay.
And I will
Spank
you
power,
know
yeah.
what? I'm
Literally.
actually going to kind of try and aim for the face.
Aim for the face. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You do hit.
Great.
So the length of the whip hits his face very briefly. You withdraw, and again it sort of wraps around his neck at this point, and you're able to start pulling him in. So if you want to knock him out, I'll allow it that you try and choke him out.
Okay.
He's just going to struggle for a moment.
Yep. No, that's fine. I will render him unconscious this way.
Yes, get
Okay.
it.
All right, he struggles somewhat. He's going to sort of bash his head against you, but he's only a commoner, so there's not really much needed here. So, yep, he slowly starts to lose consciousness. Only the whip was required, no thighs or anything like that. But yes, Son of Mullard is currently unconscious on the floor.
God damn
Kitty?
it, I would have got so much pleasure out of that if I could feel pleasure right now.
Very good.
Anyway.
All right. At this point, I would award you XP, but because it's a one-shot and I can't be bothered, no one's leveling up after this, so
Can I
I'm
at
not.
least get inspiration for that?
Deal. Have some inspiration.
Sick!
Okay, Kitty. So you get the update from your familiar. They're sort of looking and goes, okay, he's... All right. She's used her
I get a
tail, I
radio
think.
call.
Okay. The pillock's unconscious now. But yeah, she's in his room. She's alone.
Fantastic, Satanas. Thank you. I will go ahead then and disguise myself as the son of Mullard, baby Mullard.
Okay.
And my spider can just hang out now. It's going to stop following Kyla now and just hang out with son of Mullard.
Mm-hmm. Okay then. So, right. So you're going to try and walk past the guards disguised as Son of Mullard now.
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. Yep. You get by without any kind of word. It's an entirely convincing appearance.
I do
guards
say
look-
a word actually as I walk past them.
Thank you.
Oh yes.
Yes, I decide to say, I really like dwarves with hair now. I've been changed. That's all I say as I walk past.
Okay. Let's make that a deception check.
Thank you.
Just making it canon that he has a dwarf fetish now.
Okay then. The guards look at you and just say, they just sort of quietly nod.
Thank you.
Each to their own. Have a good
Carry
night,
on.
sir. So they're looking straight ahead. So everyone's made it upstairs. So Kitty, I'm going to. So let me just get the map up. So I'm just going to try and get people together now for the sake of this. So.
Oh, Dim, thank you. Thank you so much, Dim. Sorry, I was in the middle of my thing.
I'm going
Thank
to say
you,
that
Dim,
Rasky,
for the donation. Very
Dim,
much appreciated.
and Kitty are up here.
I will add you to the
Mistake
Wheel
is
of
alone in the
Fortune.
bedroom
Gosh, £50. Thank
with
you
an
so
unconscious
much.
lordship.
I will add you 5 times. God.
So,
I would like to take an action to make sure he's tied up or restrained in
Thank
some
you
way.
so much. Thank you.
okay.
Dim.
Let's have a search around the room. Okay, you find some curiously fluffy handcuffs on one of the side
Nice.
tables. You secure him with those. Are you just going to leave him on the floor, or is there sort of anywhere you'd like to put him?
You know
see if-
what? I will go ahead and just like tuck him into bed. This isn't his fault. He wasn't supposed to be in my way.
Okay. So with
but
a
I will
gentle
just
kiss on the
make-
forehead, you tuck him into bed. He's sleeping the night away,
Perfect.
so he is out of the way.
I'm imagining the Harvester cutscene with the police.
That is exactly what I fucking pictured as he said it. Yeah. Yep.
So we're going to
You
go
always
back
were
to
a kidder,
Samuel now.
Kyla.
So, Rasky, at this point, you've stashed the last of the art from this section of the hall into your bag, at which point you panic because you suddenly see Lord Mullard and his son walking up the stairs and they spot you.
Do they spot me?
Yes, they haven't reacted just yet, but you lock eyes with them.
Halfling, what are you doing here?
So, Shang, I'm going to ask, are you using your own voice or are you trying to sound like Lord Mullard at this point?
I don't think you'd be able to tell the difference.
It's true. But you can still decide.
Okay. All right. Odds. Rasky knows. Tails, he thinks it's his lordship. Sorry, evens. Okay. Rasky, you recognize it as the voice of Shang, your dinner
Ooh.
companion from earlier.
Okay. I do an awkward pause and then I go and hide.
Okay.
Near my table.
All right. So, yep, you see a couple of coffee tables, so you just want to sort of dash underneath?
Yes.
Okay. We'll call this a stealth check with disadvantage.
Sure.
Severe disadvantage. Yeah, you fail. So you do make your way underneath the table, but Kitty and Dim, you see a little pair of boots wiggling from underneath the coffee table, and a couple of awkward little sort of sounds from underneath. He sounds nervous.
I'm gonna go to the table, put my hand on top, lean down and look under. That really wasn't very smart of you. You may as well come out.
Kitty, anything you'd like to add?
Can I check? Do I recognize it as Shang's voice? I guess I would, right? So if, or do I have to roll
Yes,
for
if
that?
Shang's using his own voice, yeah, you know
I
it's him.
recognize it as Shang. Okay, cool. I decide to say nothing for a while and just observe the situation.
Okay. Also, Shang, I forgot to mention, you don't know that's Kitty behind you.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, my
Yeah.
bad.
No, yeah, I'm baby Mullard.
you know, you did mention that, and I completely memory hold it immediately.
Same. So,
Yeah.
I will allow it so that you use Lord Mullard's voice, if you prefer for that.
I attempt to put on his best possible voice.
Okay.
We
We'll
can
make that a
assume
deception
Lord
check.
Mullard has had a couple of drinks.
Okay, and Kitty, we'll call that an insight check. All right. So, Dim, you do a very convincing voice, but Kitty, you know it's Shang doing an impression. It's not actually Lord Mullard. But Shang, as far as you know, you've done a convincing job.
We're looking under the table, like, son, come here. We have a miscreant.
Kitty, what would you like to do?
I grab Samuel's feet and rip him out from under the table suddenly. But I'm not very strong, but roll it anyway.
Roll it, yeah.
Roll it.
Okay.
Phantom from the group Ghost. Thank you very much for the €50
Okay,
donation.
Kitty, you've successfully pulled Samuel's boots off. That's about all you've accomplished. So you see a little pair of hairy feet wiggling its toes underneath.
Okay.
You can add a pair of boots to your inventory if you so wish.
I take the boots.
Okay, Samuel, for the time being, you're doing the rest of this adventure barefoot.
Oh,
All right.
I notice a smell in the room.
Okay. What, are you rolling for cheese, Kitty, or...?
No, I'm just making a notice that there's a smell now.
Fee, fi, fo, fum.
I
smell halfling
an
feet.
unwashed bum.
Okay, then. So,
Sip, thank you very, very much. I know
you feel
it's you
a pair of
already,
hands
so
around your
thank
ankles, Rasky, and you feel your boots
Sorry,
disappear.
they were talking to me
What
just
would you
as
like
you
to do
did
at
it.
this
Thank you
point?
very, very much. I will
Okay,
add you
I think at this
the,
point it's pretty obvious
the
that I'm
Wheel of
not going to
Fortune.
hide or sort of be able to sort of escape detection. So at that point,
was a little
Samuel
bit
is going
more.
to
And it wasn't
sort of
imaginary. I
change
didn't imagine it. It
strategies.
happened.
He's going to willingly
thank you very much.
come out from
I will
underneath
add
the
you
table.
to the Wheel of
Okay.
Fortune.
And,
Thank you very much.
He is going to
I know it was you instantly.
attempt to
No, it was real.
He's going to attempt to sort of make it sound as if he got lost, because I think that in his mind, yes, he heard Shang's voice, but he is still seeing like the son and the father both together, sort of detecting him. So he's sort of.
Oh, no, you
I
didn't
don't
know.
think
Yes, I
he
did
knows
know.
that this is Dahlia or Shang.
Of course I do.
Or Shang.
I knew
Okay,
it wasn't
so
really Phantom.
Samuel's
Phantom's
confused and
doing a
just starts
concert right now. It
blustering
started 1
stuff
minute
about
ago
being lost. Is that right?
in Birmingham.
Okay, we'll make that.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll make that a deception check. Okay, you fail. So you don't know if they bought it or not, but yes. Kitty and Dim, you know, he's clearly fibbing. He's very much not lost. He chose to be up here. And Dim, you did not, but Kitty, you notice there's a couple of paintings missing from the wall. You see a couple of sort of white marks, sort of where the rest of the wall has been sort of bleached by the sun. But these paintings, they've left a little mark where they should have been.
Can I ask Samuel to empty his pocket? Why are we robbing him? Fuck it. Can I ask him to empty his pocket? Because I am the son of the house. I would like to know where my prized painting has gone.
Okay then. Right. Well, you start passing down his pockets. There's no paintings in there, but you do notice the bag. You pull it out, and you reach inside, but it's not like any bag you've ever felt before. Your hand goes in, and it just keeps going.
Mary Poppins
It's like-
bag.
Yeah, it's like the size of a room inside. You open up and you peer inside, and you notice, sort of within 3 paintings, a couple of nice goblets, and a few sets of cutlery from the dinner down below.
Okay,
Yes.
Oh, Shang, sorry. Father, did you want to say something?
Yes. And so not only do we have we found a miscreant, we have found a magical thief miscreant.
Fascinating. Father,
would
may I
imagine
handle
the-
him?
By all means, give him the finest room in the brig.
Brig
Okay.
drive ships.
All
The
right.
gulag.
So,
The prison, the
Can we
torture chamber.
flip it of who takes Samuel's bag as well?
okay, so... All right, who's going for the bag? Kitty, you're definitely having a go. Dim, how about you?
Go
Can
on.
I roll for it?
Okay, so we've got a 3-way struggle for the bag. This will be fun.
Wait for 2 minutes and suddenly Samuel's getting robbed.
I have got sense way of hand.
It's because he jumped under
No,
the table.
he
How do you
doesn't-
not rob him?
He doesn't know I'm me. Kitty knows I'm me. I don't know who Kitty's Kitty.
I think there was a Shakespeare play about this.
By the webs,
Sure.
the webs we weave, the webs we weave.
All right. All right. So at the end of all this, amazingly, Rasky is the one still holding onto the bag. So he just locks his arms around it.
Okay,
He's refusing to let go.
Okay, I say, Father, I will take him to. Do we have a set? Is there like a bedroom I can take him to or something
Ooh.
that's close by?
My son, I knew you liked your degeneracy, but this
No, I say I'm
thing
gonna.
is a bit far.
I say I'm gonna rough him up a bit, and I want to take him to the closest room.
Okay, so Kitty, are you going to take him? Which doorway would you like to take him through?
Where am I again?
So you're up at the top of this sort of stairway. So there is one door that leads to a room. There's one sort of quite closer to the stairs, and there's one on the opposite side of the stairs. So here, here, here. Which of these doors would you like to go through and try to drag Rasky through?
Can I go for the one on the left, please?
Up or down? Oh wait, sorry. Directions with Sif. Okay, yep, you can absolutely go to the left.
Thanks. Right, come here, you.
Rasky, are you gonna try and struggle?
No, actually, wait. Can I say I'm doing it nicely? I'm not
Okay, so
trying to throw him around and stuff. I'm just sort of saying, "Come with me."
Okay, so you're trying to get his cooperation.
Yeah.
Rasky, do you go willingly? Oh, sorry. Yes, Tim?
Am I going to notice that my apparent son has been very careful and nice with this
Good point,
apparent
actually.
He
thief?
donated his part of
Actually-
the ticket money.
Because he is
No,
he
supposed to be
didn't.
a nobleman, and he would treat someone like Samuel like shit
Well, no. To be fair, I've
in
already.
this situation.
Dim, you notice as your supposed son goes to pick him up that part of his hand doesn't touch him where he should. It's like his fingers
Excuse me.
seem to sort of blur through the skin. And then he actually picks him up. So it's almost like your son, a couple of knuckles go into the thief's arm somehow and then pick him up. You get the feeling this is an illusion.
I'm going to see this. I'm going to... Son, come here a second. I'm going to walk up and I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder.
Okay. So yeah, as you put your hand on his shoulder, you feel your hand moves through it ever so slightly to actually rest on your son's actual shoulder.
Hmm.
You definitely know this is an illusion.
All right.
Can
Kitty?
I remember? Can you remind me? Do I know that this is Shang?
You don't know yet. Oh wait, actually, no, you don't know it's
What
Shang.
was the decision on that?
No, you don't know it's Shang. For all you know, it is the actual Lord Mullard, but...
So can I ask a question? So, but technically I see his hand also do the same thing because we're both doing the same spell.
Yes, so you see his hand land on your shoulder, and it rests a couple of moments above. Not where it should be.
Okay.
So again, you sense an illusion.
Alter self doesn't work that way.
Oh, doesn't it?
For all intents and purposes, I am
You
Lord
are.
Mullard.
Ah, my mistake. I mistook that for another spell.
It's
Okay.
a subtle difference.
I can see why you picked it now. Okay, yep. In that case, as far as I can tell, it is the real thing.
Okay. I don't say anything.
Son, you appear to have shed some pounds recently. Care to explain?
Samuel breaks free during this. Tries to, at least.
Okay. Where are you trying to run to?
He would probably try to run to the closest door.
Okay. So for this, I'm going to say... Alright, so you're all still up on this doorway. Kitty's not had a chance to try and move you along yet. So, yep, I'm going to say you try dart your way through here. Let's see, what check would that be? I'm going to call that acrobatics.
Hey yo, I'm acrobatics as fuck.
We're just teeing up for a Scooby-Doo chase in this upstairs.
Yeah.
Quite possibly. So, yeah, you slip out of her grasp and you just shoulder your way in through the door. And as you get inside, you see what appears to be some kind of bust of Lord Mullard up on some kind of plinth. And you just see another door sort of in the distance there. So here's the bust, and the plinth is over there. Not the plinth. The doorway is there.
Yeah, I would probably keep going at least a couple more doorways.
Okay, so we'll come back to you. Dim and Kitty, how do you react to this?
I say, Father, what do you want to exchange diet tips or something? Look, he's getting away.
He may be getting away, but I know who he is. I don't know who you are.
Oh.
He can't get far. You can get nowhere.
Can I ask, is Lord Mullard holding on to me still?
Yes, I'm going to say he's got a hand on your shoulder, but you can sort of try and break free from his grasp. He's not holding you too tight. It's just more of a... Son, would you like to explain this?
Your degeneracy.
Wait a sec, I'm just reading something.
Dahlia casts fireball.
How does my spell work? Quick.
Okay, well, Kitty has a quick read. Mistake, you've tucked the sort of Lord's son to bed. He is well restrained. What would you like to do at this point?
So she just said that the scepter is upstairs. She didn't exactly give me a location, did she?
She did not, no.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't think that they'd keep it in here.
You can have a search if you like.
I am gonna have a search, and if I find anything particularly valuable, I'd like to pocket it before I make my way out.
Okay, valuables first. Okay. Alright, you find some cosmetics, so some nice aftershaves, perfumes, etc. You could sort of grab them, they'd be worth about 50 silver.
Sure. Yeah, I'll take the perfumes. I don't care about the aftershaves.
Okay, in that case, make it 40 silver.
That's just fine, yep.
Okay, you grab those. You see just food and drinks scattered about the place. You don't really see anything else of interest in the room.
Okay, that's fine. So then I am gonna go ahead I guess I can give a preliminary search for the scepter. I really don't think it's in here, but I'm gonna take a look.
Okay then. So, all right, you're going to do a more detailed search of the room.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't find any hint of a scepter. You find a couple of gold pieces sort of scattered about the place, so add 15 gold to your inventory.
Okay.
But at this point, you do notice his son's journal. You can have a quick flick through it if you like.
Oh, sick. Yeah, I'll take a look through this.
Okay, mostly it's a lot of petulant whining about his father, how he just doesn't get the respect he believes he's due. A lot of stuff about illicit encounters with ladies of the night.
Nice.
And his various disappointments with them. He seems a very difficult boy to please. But while flicking through, you notice one entry that sort of stands out. He says, Father's been spending a lot of time in his lab. And I've been seeing all these common folk going inside. But I don't really see them coming out.
You just
What the
can't say
hell
anything
is he
about
doing in
Phantom
there?
right now, because I'll cry.
So I am.
One of the
going
musicians
to
actually injured
completely
himself last
disregard
night at the
that
London
'cause it has
show.
absolutely nothing to do with the scepter, and I don't care.
Twisted his ankle, apparently.
Fair enough.
And I am going to kind of.
I don't know. I didn't see it because it was on the other side of the
leave the
stage.
room.
Because the two,
And maybe try and find his father's room instead.
what do you call it? The
Okay.
two guitarists. They go on each side
shall
of
we
the
say
stage.
you
Oh
poke
dear,
your
I
head
know.
out of the door?
I
and
didn't
see
even
what's there?
realize he did it, but I saw
Yeah,
Reddit.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, so you open up the door closest to you. You peek your head around. You don't see any guards patrolling. As far as you can tell, this is just a hallway. You don't really see sort of anything of particular note. There's a couple of paintings on the walls, but you're not a halfling thief, so you don't think you're going to be able to sort of
Don't
snap
care
them.
about those. Yeah.
But yeah, it just seems to be a hallway. You see a door opposite you, and would you like to roll a stealth check so we could just do a little bit of scouting and see what's about?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
All right, you see another doorway up here,
I don't know.
Not
I
sure
think
where
there's
it
a lot of
leads.
stairs on the set they
and you
have.
see another one here.
don't know if
Not
he
really
tripped.
hearing sort of any particular sounds of guard movement or anything
People were
like
thinking
that.
he might not do the
although
Birmingham show today because he didn't.
You
apparently
do
he
hear
didn't come
some
out
kind of
the
commotion
curtain
in the
call and
distance
stuff.
up near the stairs that you entered by
bows.
with his
And he
lordship's
missed
son.
the beginning of a song
So I'm gonna
or
be
something.
wary
I don't
of
know.
where those stairs are. I'm not.
As I
gonna
say,
head
I
over
didn't
that
even
direction.
notice.
You don't really know what's happening. It just sounds like perhaps some kind of fight or a scuffle.
Yeah, the presence of people is enough to keep me away from that area right now.
Okay. All right.
I will make my way towards the door.
Papa was running around the stage though, like
towards
running.
the right, I think.
The right-hand door. So this one here.
I don't have the map open. I'm just watching on Kitty's stream. Yes, that one there.
Okay. All right. We'll come back to you.
Sounds good.
Okay. So, Rasky, you've tried to make a run for it, and you're going to try go through the other door, correct?
That's correct.
Brasky's
Okay.
running, guys.
You open up the door, and inside you see taxidermy. Lots and lots of taxidermy. You see what appear to be hunting dogs, sort of all mounted by the wall. You don't really see anything particularly valuable, though some people might like the taxidermy. Maybe there's collectors for such a thing, but you imagine it's probably got more sentimental value than anything. But it's an empty hallway, there's no guards, so I can say you can just sort of keep on sort of trying to scurry away and escape, or what would you like to do?
Yeah, I would get to at least to that little corner so that I would sort of break line of sight from the, the previous room. So
Mhm.
I would get to the first corner at the very least.
Okay, so you're going to try and dash there, okay?
Yeah.
So just count in squares, so you were here. Alright, so I'm going to say you made it just around the corner if you're going at a full sprint. Okay, Dim Kitty. What are you guys doing at the moment?
I asked the DM a question.
Ah, yes. Remind me of your question.
Well, it's in your DM.
Ah. Let me check.
I didn't know if you could.
Absolutely can.
Oh, okay. I want to do that.
Okay
Stab
then.
Shang in the heart.
She cast fireball, I told you. Shang, we knew you well. Your fire resistance is gonna mean nothing.
Or dagger resistance.
Okay. Just need to double check something quickly.
Oh, I've killed him.
Your HP?
He's laying there dead, and Sif's like, shit.
Meanwhile, the guards just turn around. There's the dead guy, and it's fine. Not our business.
Okay, then.
That's on the second floor.
All right, Dim. From your perspective, you've got a hold on your supposed son. Then all of a sudden, all goes black. You can't see anything, and your son suddenly squirms out of your grasp and just makes a dash forward. Kitty, where are you aiming for? Are you going to try and follow Rasky or head elsewhere?
No, I'm gonna go the original way, left.
You want to go left?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I assume that my father would think I went after Samuel.
Okay. All right. How are you doing this? Are you going to sort of try and do it at a dead sprint and just try to get to the other side of the room? Or are you going to try and be stealthy, hide behind something? What are you aiming to do?
I'm going to be stealthy so he can't hear what direction I go.
Okay then. So.
What have you done to me, by the way? Cast darkness on me.
All you see is
Or
blackness
blindness.
around you.
Ripped your eyeballs out, didn't I? Joking.
Okay then. So, all right, Kitty, I'm going to sort of say that you have tried to blend in with the scenery. So I'm going to say that you are here for now.
Okay.
And you're standing by what appears to be a suit of armor holding some kind of halberd or something like that. And you're just trying to sort of stand behind it like that, dead rigid, like a Scooby-Doo episode, hoping Lord Mullard doesn't see you.
Dim Shang
Okay.
Lord Mullard.
Yes. Me English good again. So, now that we've sitted this matter, Dim, what would you like to do?
Well, I can't do anything because I can't see anything.
So, you are standing same place you were before. You know roughly what direction Rassi ran with the bag. You're not quite sure what happened with your son. You heard sort of footsteps. You're not quite sure where they went. You don't think he went too far, though. You didn't hear any additional doors open. So either
It's interesting you guys think it's the Resident Evil 1
he
map.
followed the little miscreant, or
It's
your
Mullard
son has
Manor.
gone elsewhere. What would you like to do at this
Listen,
point?
it's me. Of course it's the fucking Resident Evil 1 map. Of course
I
it
think I've
is.
noticed that it's not my son. I also don't know who it or what that is.
Yes.
So, seeing as I can see again, I'm going to follow my only known lead and head where Samuel went.
I've got took inspiration from the Mullard Manor.
All right, so you're in this room with the bust of Lord Mullard once
Confirmed.
as well. So how fast are you going to pursue Rasky? Are you going to go as a dead sprint, or are you just going to proceed cautiously? How do you plan to do this?
I'm going to walk through like
I
I
love
own the
Phantom
place.
from the Bang Ghost.
I see.
So I've
Everyone.
got to keep up the illusion.
Did you know that?
Okay, entirely fair. So you walk through as if you were Lord Mullard. Right, who should we go to next? Mistake, you've been waiting patiently.
Yes.
Okay, so you peek through the doorway there, and it seems a largely blank room. You see a couple of little benches
He loves
as
you
decoration, a
too,
couple of
or
potted
she, who
plants,
knows?
one or
It
two
is a guy.
paintings.
You can actually find
Nothing
him
terribly exciting.
online
No
if
one's
you
in
want
there.
to.
The only
Like,
thing of
see what
note
his
is
face looks like.
that you see
I've
is
never
the
looked.
doorway to the next area.
I don't know what any of the
Okay,
ghouls look like. Although they're
I
all
will
in the
just take a
Satanized
peek in the
video, but I
next
think they're
doorway.
wearing like prosthetics,
Okay.
noses and stuff,
So
because
within that
Tobias
room,
is
just check
the
my
priest
map.
in that video, and he's wearing like a fake nose.
Okay.
It's actually me, is it?
Right then. So in this room,
Nah, it can't be you because it said he
you
was a
see
fan of the band. The wiki
something
says he was a fan
unusual.
of the band Ghost before he joined.
you see 4 orbs floating around a
Not
table.
a scepter.
You see a table with what appear to be cards laid out in front of them. And they seem to be chatting and bickering. And these sort of orbs seem to have little eye stalks coming off of them.
Okay.
And you
It's
listen into the
actually me and he's over
conversation.
128
And you hear
centimeters
sort of
tall,
one
but I
say,
don't know what
okay,
height that
I
would be.
play
I
the
need
King
it
of
in
Hearts,
feet, please.
the King of Hearts,
I need
and the
feet
King of
immediately.
Hearts. So I think I get 30,000 points for that. The next one says, okay, well, I accuse Colonel Mustard of doing it in the conservatory with the lead pipe. The next orb along says, right, well, I'm going to play Biting Frost, so that's going to reduce the effectiveness of the melee line, and I think my ranged line will win this for me. And then the final beholder, looking at his cards, says, I'm not sure we're all playing the same game here, guys.
I am going to quietly close that door because they are clearly busy.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you roll. What's your best skill for this? Let's catch again.
Sif's a really good dungeon master, don't you guys think? He's very good. He
Okay,
came
I'm
up with
gonna
this
call
all by
this
himself, by the
a-
way. Crazy. He's done that.
That's just a general wisdom check.
Okay.
All right, you don't know specifically what kind, but you have a feeling you looked at some very small-looking beholders.
This is very fun. Are you enjoying it,
Love it.
Spodder? I hope you are. I'm sorry, I'm glad you
So,
are. I am too.
a very
this is the
dangerous
first time
little
I've ever
beast.
played. I'm having a lot of fun.
Yup. Yeah. Nope. I'm gonna just quietly close that door. I'm okay with that. That's alright with me.
Okay.
He could whip me any day.
All
Let's
right.
go,
Well, trying to
Sip.
close the door
Sip,
stealthily,
you literally have a crush on every
you
male in my
accidentally step on a floorboard, it creases, and sort of the 4 of them look around at you.
Jesus Christ! I am
Oh,
the most
shit.
stealthy character I've ever built.
Unfortunately, you rolled a 2.
God damn it!
They look at you and say, don't worry, you're fine. As long as you don't go for the chest, you're all right.
stream. An excellent
Great.
DM. Really
I'm gonna
good.
shut that door.
It's not mine, but they're all hot as fuck,
Okay.
except for that Security 69
All right,
guy.
so back to Rasky.
4'2". He's not 4'2".
So you've made your way
He
round
looks
that
taller than
corner.
that.
Okay, is there anything good for me to hide behind?
Okay, yep, you see some nice statues,
yeah.
so some sort of big urns that sort of have plants in them. You see some furniture, so yeah, you could either hide inside one of the big urns, might need a little bit of crawling into, so that'd be an acrobatics check, or you can sort of try hide behind one of the benches, or you can keep on running and sort of try get to the door at the end of the hallway there.
Okay, I have +7 to acrobatics, so I'm gonna try and hide inside one of those urns or whatever.
Okay.
over there.
Yep, that you do that very easily. So you hop inside the urn. No one will be any the wiser that you were there unless they were searching very, very carefully. Okay, we'll go back to you, Kitty. I keep on jangling everywhere. Okay, so you are hiding behind this suit of armor. You can't really see through the darkness that you've put down, but you don't see Dim come out of it. He doesn't seem to be pursuing you. But you are aware of the guests milling around downstairs, so if anyone looks up at the wrong moment, they might spot you there. But you do look like young Lord Mullard, so that's not the end of the world.
I'm going to continue through that left door, please.
Okay, you want to do the left-hand door? Okay. So All right, we'll have you go through that. So, yeah, you make your way through the door. You don't notice anything particularly amiss. You just see what appears to be a dining room, a table, nice fireplace in the corner. It looks lovely, but it's a nice quiet room, no guards whatsoever. All seems well in this room. No one's following you. You're not being pursued.
Pool of blood on the floor.
Yo!
Okay, Kitty, would you like to inspect for blood?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Well, what do you know? There's some blood on the floor.
Mm-hmm. Funny that. Isn't it?
Yeah. You get a
Can
feeling
I-
of deja vu, but you don't know where from.
Can I inspect the blood?
You certainly
I
can.
hope it's not Chris's blood.
Okay. You crouch down, you look at the blood, and all of a sudden you hear a loud crash from behind you.
Oh.
Someone's come stumbling out.
Oh my god.
They seem to be lurching towards you. What do you do?
I step out of the way.
Okay.
Because they're lurching,
All right.
like they're stumbling, so I'm going to step out of the way and hope they
Okay,
fall in the
so-
fire. Well, I'm standing in
Okay.
front of the fireplace, so...
All right. Yep, you easily dodged them. So before reaching the fireplace, they just fall over, and you hear the sound of vomiting. One of the guests made
Oh.
their way up. They're making a bit of a mess. So I don't know what you were expecting. So it's no zombie.
Oh, okay. It's a vomiting guest. Okay. It's not
Yeah.
a zombie.
And two of the guards from downstairs, they quietly sort of get upstairs. I'm terribly sorry, dear lordship. They just grab him by the collar and yank him out.
What the hell is this place anyway? Okay, I leave this room because it stinks, and I'm gonna go in that little extra door.
Okay, so we'll come back to Kitty. So just going to reset everything. So Rasky's in a plant pot. Steak is outside of that room. Okay, Dim, what would you like to do? So you've entered this room with a large bust of yourself.
Look out a second and goes, Lord Mullard, he is a handsome fellow.
I'll give you a
Not
point of
seen
inspiration for that.
Yeah.
He's quite a vain man, so stopping to admire himself, it's in character.
Can I just real quick,
Yep.
can I get a recap as to... So Samuel is trying to steal as much as his little hands can carry.
Yep.
Dahlia is trying to figure out what happened to the villagers.
Yep.
What is Shang's goal? I did miss that.
Okay, so if we're happy to talk about it out of character and not metagame this.
Oh yeah, no.
So, Dim's patron, he wants to find him, and he believes he is confined somewhere in the manor.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
So there is possibly some kind of powerful demon, devil, archfey, something somewhere in this manor.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
Just as we
Shit.
are out of character at the moment, just a heads up that Dim has to leave in an hour.
Yes, I am aware. So we'll try and hurry this along.
Just kill
Okay.
her when we...
I was gonna say, he'll be alright. We'll just push him out a window somewhere. It's fine.
Look, hopefully you won't have to smell burnt toast.
If it comes to it, one of you guys can just look after me for the rest of this.
Oh, we can
I'm
put him in
serious.
Samuel's bag.
No,
I'll choke
don't
out
do
in
that.
about a minute. Yeah, that'll kill me in like a minute, that will.
Yeah. Oh well. Bye bye. Enjoy work.
At least it'd be well preserved.
Yeah. Sleep well. Good night.
Preserved. Okay. So, right, you stopped to admire yourself. Now what would you like to do, Lord Mullard?
Nothing else in the room of interest to me to do to investigate it?
Nope.
No scepters or horns or the like?
No, you don't notice anything like that at all.
Yeah, well,
So-
move on into the only room that Samuel could have gone into from where we are.
Okay,
And
so
I
you
will-
round.
So go on.
So you round the corner. Let's say you are standing here, and the little halfling seems to have completely disappeared. You have no idea where he got to. If he went up ahead, he closed the door behind him. But following your son's strange behaviour just now,
I love
he
it.
had plenty of time to make his
Absolutely
escape.
counts as an entry.
So he could be
Thank you
just
very
about
much,
anywhere
Irods.
right now.
I will add you to
I'm
twice now to the
going
Wheel
to
of
keep
Fortune.
walking up
Good
the
luck.
corridor, just gradually looking around, looking for anything that
Very,
maybe
very good luck.
scepterish or any sort of art pieces that may have.
That's all right, Irods. Thank you. I
the horns
appreciate it.
with
Everybody
them.
else DM'd, so don't worry.
Okay, so
Thank you
so you
very
take a turn to be inspecting
love it.
things. Yeah, you see some nice artwork,
I love it very much.
but you don't see anything that fits the bill for the specific objects you are looking for.
Stipuli, by the way, you're going to have to
In that case, as
grow
I'm
a
not really
moustache
delving
if you
too
can't
deep
find your
past
fake
what I'm
one.
after, and I'm keeping half an eye out for the little halfling, I'm going to head to the door at the end of the corridor.
Okay, let's say you
That's
are
rank.
through
What,
there.
growing a moustache? Can you grow one?
Okay, we're going to go back to Rasky now. So you are hiding in a plant pot. You hear what appears to be Lord Mullard walk by, but seem to walk by completely unaware
Annoys
of
you.
you.
How bushy does it get?
What would you like to do?
So, right, I hear him. Do I hear him exit the room and close the door or something of the sort?
Yes, let's say he's closed the door behind him.
Okay. I think that
Don't let it grow
I
ever.
will not get
Can you
out
grow a beard as well?
immediately in case that it is, some kind of a trick to make me perhaps come out of my hiding spot a bit earlier. So
Okay.
I stay in there for a little while.
Okay, Rasky's going to sit tight. All right, back to you, Mistake. So, you've noped your way
Okay,
out of
that's
that room
fair.
with
I would
the
hate it. I don't like the hair on
beholders.
my
What would you
head.
like to do now?
Sometimes I want to cut my hair short because I really hate the feel of my hair on me.
You muted, Mistake.
Thank you. My bad. I did note my way out of that. Thank you. I am going to make my way back towards the lordship's room and instead go to the door across the hall. Can I see that?
Yeah, you. So, which door are we talking about? So, the one opposite the bedroom door, did you say?
Yes.
Same.
Yep, that one.
If I leave it be.
Okay, you absolutely sort of can have
Sorry,
a
it's
look
like rescues
in
if I
there.
leave it be. Really?
So, yep, you open the doors
Irons,
and
you're
you
the same.
see
Yeah,
what appears to be
honestly,
a gallery
I love having
of
long
sorts.
hair.
And you
I
see
really like it.
all kinds of
but
things
sometimes I
mounted.
just wanna get it cut
mostly
short.
bird heads.
Great. What a lovely room of death. Can I roll an investigation to just kind of take a look around and see like what the purpose of this room is? Is it just to have mounted bird heads?
Okay,
And this
one
is
moment.
my bird head room. It's
And
where
this
I
is a
mount my
bird's
bird
head.
heads. Why?
And they were roommates.
And they were roommates.
Okay then. So, you have a look around.
This music's perfect,
So
but I
you
want to
see
listen
that
to Ghost.
yeah, it appears to be some kind of trophy room. So
Oh, okay.
while out hunting, Lord Mullard has got himself a few sort of nice kills. So you see the head of a buck sort of mounted up on the wall with its antlers, but mostly they seem quite unimpressive. Crows mostly, a couple of
I was
rabbits.
gonna say, I'm just picturing like small songbird head.
Yeah, you see a little blue tit up there, a couple of sparrows. He really doesn't seem to like birds all that much.
I'm seeing that. I'm noticing that pattern. Do I see that door at the end of this hall?
You do. While investigating, you notice that one of the what do you call it? Taxidermy mounts, as it were.
Uh-huh.
There's something unusual about one of them. So, off of the what do you call it? The rope, the buck.
Guys, thank you so much to everyone who's
You notice
donated
one of its
so
answers,
far
there's a sort of
to
small
Blood Cancer
gold
UK.
part
Thank
to
you
it,
so much. I've
while
got
the
some
rest
time to say
appears
it
to be
properly
bone.
now. Thank you very, very much.
Some kind of
It's
golden
very much
horn on it.
appreciated.
Okay.
I'm excited and sending in masks and things like that and sharing
Do
on
I think
social
it's
media. Thank
valuable
you
in
so
any
much.
sense?
Yeah, it looks pretty
we
valuable.
will do the
Looks like the
wheel
real
at the end of
thing.
stream
Solid
as well.
gold.
So far,
Can
I've
I
got
take
Izzy
it?
twice, Sapuli like 6
Okay,
Does
times,
it look like it'd be
Brave
easy
twice,
to
Iron twice, TR2.
Okay, a little
Dimok.
acrobatics check. Yep, you
I
easily
wrote
get up
Dimmock
there, so you
without a
just sort
C for some reason.
of quietly sort of shimmy your way up the wall, grab it, down, and you've got a
Sick.
nice gold horn in your inventory. Well done.
Excellent.
Dimok.
Okay,
Dimcock.
so that's mistake.
44,000.
Let's go back to Kitty. So you'd like to go out and explore that little hallway out there, is that correct?
Yes, please.
Okay then, so you see a hallway, you see 2 doors to your right, you see one in the hallway opposite you, and you see what appears to be some kind of rug on the ground to your left.
Can I smell the rug?
Okay.
Does it smell like blood? I need to know this.
Alright, so Kitty, you get close to the rug. You don't notice the smell of blood at all, but...
I'm picking up something though.
let's see.
What
I'm
was I
feeling
to
I'm
say?
picking something up here. What are we rolling for?
Okay, I rolled your Arcana. You
Okay.
notice magic on this rug. There's
Ha!
something
You all
unusual
laughed
about
at me. You all laughed when I sniffed the rug, didn't you?
Well,
Look
there's
where
more
we
than
are
that.
now.
Just rub your face on a rug and
Look
be
where
like,
we are.
smells like magic.
I'm so... Magic. Mm.
There's more
Okay.
that Steph went, you don't smell blood. How
For once.
specific.
Can I... am I able... you said I'm good at knowing what the magic is of stuff. Can I
Yep.
investigate?
So you take a few moments to have a look at it, and you identify, by looking at the label, what appears to be a flying carpet.
Oh,
So-
yoy.
You would need to find some kind of activation word for it,
Mm-hmm.
which you do not yet know, but you're more than welcome to grab the rug and keep it, or leave it where it is. Up to you.
I'm gonna take that.
Okay, let's add magic rug to your inventory. Right then, so
How big is this rug? Are we talking like she's walking around like a carpet fitter now, or is it like a little tasteful, like bath mat size?
let's say it's roughly 1 meter by 2.
Okay.
So a small, tasteful, very demure, very mindful little rug.
While it's my turn as well, can I also check, because I've forgotten, what happened to the bag of holding?
Rasky's currently cuddling it inside of a plant pot.
That's right, thank you.
Okay,
That's
let's go
right.
back to Dim for now.
That's right.
What would you like to do?
You have to come into this corridor. I can see it comes to a dead end. and
Dim
then
come in the
traces off to
corridor.
left.
Did you guys hear that? Dim
You
come in
see
the
a
corridor.
door on your left as well.
Can I see anything else in here, or is it just corridor, some paintings and stuff?
Yep, the usual rich guy corridor. So if you really want to steal stuff, feel free, but nothing especially relevant to your goal.
Yeah, my goals are above monetary gain, thankfully. I'm going to poke my head into this room on the left to see what. Have a look what's in there.
Okay then. Alright, so you open the door and you see what appear to be 4 spectators.
Second.
So these are a very particular kind of beholder, weaker than average, but they are summoned to guard in very special items. And if you have a further look around the room, you notice there's a chest at the end. So the beholders appear to be playing card games and bickering amongst each other.
How do
You
I
would
do
assume that
this? I
perhaps
can't
they're guarding this
see.
chest, but they are not hostile to you. Yet.
Good evening, gentlemen. How's the guarding going?
Oh, very good. It's only been 25 years thus far. How are you, good sir?
Oh, it's been a good night, a good party. Anything untoward gone on so far tonight? The guards on the front have been enjoying themselves a bit.
There's a half-elf who poked her head in here earlier, but aside from that, nothing. She seemed awfully scared of us.
So she should be. We're not to be trifled with.
Ah, thanks, mate. I'm Todd, by the way. This is Chad. That's Stephen. And here's Jimbo. They all wave their little eye stalks at you.
I
was on. Out of character, I was on the assumption I knew these things.
did the same for today. What was I
I
going
do
to say?
live
It was
here.
just looking at Rasky's face and just
Well,
imagine him actually
Lord
playing
Mother
Tekken when he's
lives
sitting there
here.
like this.
True, actually.
Just
come to think of
listening
it,
so intently.
Just double check something about these things. Okay, so yep, to them you appear to be Lord Mullard. So let's retcon a bit. So they say, your lordship, welcome back. No one's grabbed the item.
Thank you. Still in the chest.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely is.
As much as I like you guys, it's good from time to time to check that it's still there. So I'm just going to take a quick butcher's and then be on my way.
Okay, but if you grab this, we are free. You've ended our contract. Are you aware of this?
The chest or the item?
You told us to guard the chest. So if you open that chest, our contract is done.
Yo,
The summoning is over.
grab the chest.
Sorry, it's been a while that I've had a few drinks. That staff is in
I
there,
can't see
isn't
shit.
it?
My fucking glasses are fogging
Yeah,
up.
there's
if
a
I wear
scepter
'em
in
like
there.
this.
Forgot what you called it.
Yeah, sorry.
Ethel the Scepter or
Scepter.
something.
I've slept a few thousand times since it was put in there.
Yeah, whatever you say, boss.
Yeah, I'll trust you. It's still there. I might be back in a bit. Catch you in a bit, lads.
All right. Okay. Oh,
Classic
fucking
problem
hell, he
with
played
glasses. So
Scorch.
annoying, isn't it?
He closed the door behind them. Okay, then.
That answers
So,
that question.
so we'll go back to Rasky. He's been sitting patiently in his plant
Maybe
pot.
Rasky's playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
What would you like to do now?
Right. I think at this point, it's been like a decent amount of time. I think it's
Yeah, he's
safe
playing
to say
Yu-Gi-Oh.
that the coast is somewhat clear. So Samuel is
Mhm.
gonna get out the pot
Not Tekken.
and he's going to look around, at least in this room,
He's
just to
dueling.
see what he could potentially steal to put into his bag of holding.
Okay, then. Theft time. So you're in this big
We've-
long
we've
hallway.
made, like,
So
We're like at
I've
1,362
not mapped
pounds,
every
guys.
single
Can we just
item
talk
here,
about
so I'm
that?
just
God
going to
damn.
make this a very quick dice roll.
1,362
there's definitely fine
pounds
paintings.
towards Blood Cancer UK. That is absolutely.
I'm going to say you're not going to be able to
crazy.
fit the urn in. It's just too wide at the
Absolutely
base.
crazy.
But the paintings you definitely do.
Well, you have to talk about it with me, so clearly you have to.
Okay. So Dwight and his locker will stay, but yep, you grab 4 paintings, again worth 500 gold each. So you're doing all right there. You don't really see anything else of note.
All right, I've
there's
never
a
seen
fancy-looking
So that's the end of that conversation,
bench
isn't
of
it,
sorts with
Sapuli?
sort of exquisite
Right there,
cushions,
done.
etc., but it's just not going to fit. So
Finished.
How about the
Finito.
taxidermy stuff?
Don't you ever
you're
talk
not
to me
in that
again.
room at the moment. You would have to
Oh,
go find
okay.
that
Well,
room.
if I went, well, I mean, when I entered this long hallway,
Mhm.
you did say there were like some taxidermy stuff in the beginning of
Oh,
this?
sorry. Yes, there are taxidermy dogs. Yep, you could fit them in. You don't know how much they're worth, though, but you absolutely can.
Yeah, I will do
Mistakes
it just because
encouraging
it gives me like, what is the term? Plausible deniability that I made my greatest effort.
I see. Okay, then. In that case, add 4 stuffed dogs
Good
to
way
your
to have
pack
a
of holding.
conversation. Just
Put
say
that
one
in.
thing and the other one says another thing, and then a new
All right,
subject.
as you're stuffing
okay,
in
let's do
the
that then.
4th dog,
I'll
you look
start.
up at the window and suddenly there's
Ghost.
a up against it. You hear it smash, and you see a rock fall to the ground. And just someone yells, "Hey! Fucking wanker lost his window." Nothing particularly happened. Just someone happened to throw a rock through the window. Don't know if you're expecting a dog to come through or anything.
Caught
Anyway.
me off guard.
Hey.
Whee.
It seems they're enjoying the drinks outside. Okay, so
There goes.
let's
Minecraft
say that's
movie.
the end for Rasky for now. Mistake,
Real
what we're going to
quick,
do with you?
Did Samuel piss himself when the rock came through the window? I need to
Good
know.
question.
Let me try to think, because okay, Samuel actually, surprisingly, he's not particularly frightened by stuff. He has.
It's not a piss baby mistake.
He has advantage against saving or frightened, so that's something.
No, frightened and being scared are two different things. Frightened is a spell effect.
What do we think,
What do
chat?
the dice say about the urination?
Being
Roll
scared of a
for
rock
it.
coming through the
Roll.
window.
Yeah, I don't know what you
Roll
would roll.
for
Maybe
piss.
some kind of
Roll
a
for piss.
saving throw.
Okay, Rasky rolls a Constitution saving throw. He wasn't that scared. It was very
Oh,
easy.
man.
Yo.
Well done,
Rasky's pants
Samuel.
stay dry.
Samuel's
It's a
pants
lot,
do. I'm
really.
not sure about Rasky's.
Yeah, I would have shat myself. Like I would have screamed.
The girlish scream cries out through
It's
the
like the
manor
one when you
window.
saw the duck.
Okay. Mistake. Actually, I'm going to have you roll a... Oh, wait, actually.
Yo, this is the
You're in the-
karma roll because you asked about the piss pants.
It is, yeah. I'm being punished for my creativity.
No, I just need to reset where everyone is.
Sammy chat is Samuel Cook. Chat, is this
So,
real?
Kitty's still in the rug room. Dim. Let's put Dim in here. Rasky's finished looting this room. Mistake. Ah, yes, you just grabbed a golden horn off some of the taxidermy in this room.
Yes.
Oh, I know what I'm going to
Okay
use
then.
on the next
So,
person I see.
What would you like to do at this point?
I do have a question.
Okay.
I don't know if it's intentional or not. I do
Mhm.
see a room nearby that does not have an entrance into it.
I wasn't going to mention that.
Hmm. Interesting.
Why do you think I'm
Okay, it's
heading there?
No, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure. I am gonna head into the door that I see at the end of this hall.
Okay. So you head into the
It's
door.
not-
Okay then.
Yeah, I might. Oh, I said that to them. Whoops.
Do we want to break?
No, I accidentally held push to talk.
Oh, I see.
Also, I know my mask is off for a sec, but I just need to see for a second, so I put my glasses on.
That is
How
entirely
dare
fair.
you.
Thank you.
Believe me, can relate.
Oh, I know, Dim. I also still
I
feel
could
like
not.
really hungover as well. I think.
Yo.
What is wrong?
This thing is so wet on the inside.
Yo, that's what she said.
I was gonna say,
Yo,
I beg
let's
your
go,
fucking
Dim.
pardon.
Hold on. It's all slimy.
Did
Okay
I ask
then.
mistake if she? Oh, sorry. Wait. Don't worry. It's a dungeon master.
No.
Sorry.
No, after you, Kitty.
No, it's not important.
It sounded like it was going to be a horrible question.
It was gonna be. I like mistake. It was gonna be a nice question, but then I remembered I already asked.
Okay.
It was a
Great.
Pringles can
Mistake.
question.
You enter the room. You see what appear to be a couple of weapon racks. This may be some kind of guard room. You're not sure, but yep, you see what appear to be a couple of long and short bows on little racks. You see a couple of
Would you draw
swords,
penises
that
on
kind
the
of thing.
map, Sip?
The
Thank you.
only thing of note seems to be a sort of very ornate-looking short bow on a what looks like a plinth of sorts. So it's got its own special stand. It looks
Drew
quite nice.
everything.
And you see a door to your right as well.
There's going to be 2 more
So is the
fundraising
door that I
streams.
just came through, is there a possibility to lock that door?
2 more left, guys. I know what I'm doing for the last
Okay, you
one.
inspect the door.
I've already decided. But I don't
It
know what to
wasn't
do
locked.
for the
You
next
do
one.
see
I want to do something
it does
I've
have
never
a keyhole,
done
but it was
before,
left
like I did
unlocked.
with this one, you know.
If
and
you
like
had the
only
key,
one
you
I
could lock
had
it,
done before was
but
the
you
But I
don't.
cannot
the
lock
Mario
it right
Kart
now.
one, I guess, and
You
the
don't have the
original first one where
That's
we
fine.
did teeny games and stuff.
I am going to completely
Yeah, maybe we
disregard
could
this
do
short bow.
another
It's still not a
community
scepter.
evening.
And I am gonna make my way to the other door.
Might be nice.
Okay then.
Because
So
it might.
gonna
The
go
last one
through
won't be
the
a community
next
one.
room.
But I'm happy to take ideas as well if you guys have them or there's things you'd like
Okay.
to see.
So you open up the room, and inside you just see mirrors. Mirrors, 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 mirrors.
Ooh, I don't like this room. Nope, I casually closed that door. No, thank you.
Okay, fair enough.
Nope, no thank you. Still not a scepter.
Okay, yep, you lack scepters. Alright, so who haven't we been in touch with for a bit? Okay, Kitty or Dim, whoever speaks first goes next.
I'll go on.
Okay,
So I will head up through the. I'm back in the corridor now, aren't I? I left that room.
mm-hmm.
I'm going to carry on up through the corridor.
The mask has also made a line
Poke
on
my
my
head
face.
into this top right-hand room, which looks like a
Thinking a
bathroom.
community one would be great.
Like
Yeah,
where
I
a
think so
bathroom
too.
would
It has
be,
been
in
a
my
while.
opinion.
I suppose you can consider it a bathroom, but it's just a quiet little balcony. So you see a few benches, some nice looking plants.
Although
you could
actually,
use for a
the
bathroom
last
if you
one
so
can
wish,
be a
or
community stream.
You could go do the full Tyrion Lannister and go off the wall.
Yeah,
up
the
to you,
last one can be a
but
community
not
stream,
Yeah.
and I think
made
it
a
should be
bathroom.
actually.
I'll
Sorry, I know I
leave
changed that,
then.
but
I will
the
carry on
idea
round
I
the
have,
corner
it would
and
work as
poke my
better as a
head
community stream, I
into-
think.
I
So
can't.
it'd be nice to do one more where
can't
it's something
ping
I
it.
haven't
Not
done
the top
before,
right
you know,
room, the one that's
like a
just above the
challenge of
reception
some
room.
kind or whatever.
Okay, alright, you head in there.
Absolute. Oh, they're performing
Okay,
in
you see a
Birmingham right
bedroom.
now.
You have a look around, you see clothes strewn all over the place.
It's so it's
a
like I've
smell
got
of
like
perfumes, a smell of alcohol.
depression, post-concert
And
depression.
you see what appears to be Lord Mullard's son having a nice little nap in his bed.
Oh, it's not me.
So are we thinking we're in the right room? I thought I was. Yeah, not the big one. The small
the-
one just above the scepter room.
Small, let me see. Just above the scepter. Ah, right. Yep, that very small one there. Sorry, my mistake. Yep. So it's just a fairly boring room. A couple of benches. Not much is in it.
My post-concert depression is usually
Nothing else
it
untoward
should have
I'm
been me on
seeing.
the stage and then
Not
goes away in
particularly, just seems
15
almost
minutes.
Looks like a waiting room of sorts.
Okay, I
Okay.
also feel
And
that
I'm assuming
sometimes.
I know
I don't have any
from
musical
general-
talent.
how layouts
I-
work, what's on the other side of
I
that
guess the
door,
only
because
thing I really
nothing
do
else
is
has been
sing.
in between me and there,
Not
other than
that
this
well.
room so far.
But sometimes I imagine
I
myself
will
singing.
leave that door. I'll head back into
Not
the
to that many
corridor,
people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'd.
and I will
I'd
stop
be-
for a
I'd-
second
you know,
just outside of
But
the
I'd like
bedroom that
to sing.
Mother the younger.
So I feel
probably
that
unconscious of.
sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you'll stop
A
outside.
tier
of there.
list of your
Fair
viewers.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Let me just reset.
I
everyone's
guess I've never
position.
done that before.
Okay, Kitty, you've just got yourself a magic rug. What would you like to do now?
Wait, sorry. I would like to. I am curious about the room with the. It's the one at the end of the hallway that's an interesting shape and there's no door, so I want to go there if I can see it.
Okay, so you're in this particular area. So describe that room again.
Not the first door on my left, the second.
Okay. So down into this room here. Is that right?
No. Up.
Oh, my mistake. Up. So these black lines.
No. I don't know how else to describe it. It's the other side of where you put the cross.
Okay. So this area up here, you want to go here. Or here.
Okay, you keep going. And it's that room.
So up here?
Bro. No, look at the hallway. There's like 2 doors on my left, right? I want to
this
go in
room.
the Yeah, Christ.
I'm
I
dehydrated.
went everywhere. Did you say you're dehydrated? Go get a drink. Do you have one?
I'm good, thank you.
Do you have one?
I'm
Okay.
just making excuses for myself.
Everyone drink right now.
Just dead for 30 seconds ago.
Again.
Okay, so, right. Okay, Kitty, you walk into this room. It appears to be a bar. You see a nice little sort of drinks table here, all kinds of sort of different whiskies, etc. A couple of stools to sit on. A little table with some chairs. You see what appears to be a piano somewhere in the bar as well.
I had a feeling I would.
I think it was just that one out a while ago.
Are you waiting to ask me what to do?
Yes. What would you like to do?
Well, I feel like the obvious answer is to go and have a look at the piano.
Okay, you go over, you have a look at the piano. It looks like a fairly ordinary piano, but you can't quite see the bottom of it. It's just merged in with the carpet, so who knows what it does. But it looks like a piano.
Can I check if it's got any magic on it?
Let's see. As best you can tell, it just seems like a regular piano.
Then can I play it?
Okay. Let's see, that would be a performance check. All right. You've never really played the piano before, but you do a sort of an admirable version of chopsticks.
Yo!
Nothing much seems to happen, but you do notice up on a wall here, a couple little tiles have opened up. And if you go to inspect them, you see the word pain in 4 little tiles inset in the wall. And you could...
Someone's misspelled piano.
Pain.
Yes. So there's 4 indents in the wall with 4 almost like Scrabble tiles pushed into the wall.
And it's spelled out pain.
Yes.
Can I go and tickle the ivories a little bit more to see if any other changes happen from playing a little bit more?
Sure. Nothing happens.
Okay, I'll go back over to the wall and see if there's any magic going on there, please.
Okay, you
Or can I not?
inspect. You don't notice anything particularly magical about it. You don't sense any kind of aura or anything like that. For all we know,
Okay.
it's just... There might be mechanics behind it. It could just be some random piece of art.
Did you say it said
better.
pain?
Yes. So there's 4 indents in the wall with what appear to be 4 giant Scrabble tiles pushed into the wall that spell out the word pain.
That's weird. All right, I go back over to the piano and slam my little finger in the, you know, the thing that covers the keys.
Okay.
What?
Maybe it needs pain. I don't know.
All right.
I mean,
That
Spain
hurt.
about the S.
Well, that definitely hurt.
Yeah, it did. Tom and Jerry
Thank-
style.
Thankfully, you don't take any damage from that.
Nice. I've only got a little bit of strength, so how hard could I do it? That's why I did it.
These things are heavy.
Yeah, I know, but I'm really weak. I probably couldn't even lift it.
I love the idea that Dahlia just essentially slammed her fingers in a car door because somebody told her pain.
Okay, so while Kitty's character is sort of gently sucking her little finger after slamming it in a piano.
I'm not doing that on stream.
That'd be
Okay,
gifted
so
into the moon.
we'll be going back to Rasky.
Yeah, so after I've nicked those
Go get some vodka Red Bull now.
dog-
You're
dogs,
one of
Mm-hmm.
the best
taxidermy
fucking
dogs.
band singers.
Yep.
I would
Thank
go
you.
back to the previous
Simply.
room because I would be.
But you've
close
never
to
heard
that
me sing.
door,
Heard me sing properly.
and
Oh no! Someone
I'm
captured
looking
Kitty's
around
stream and
what to
broadcast
steal
their
in that
Ducks and
room.
Donuts campaign. Hello, Simpinson.
So
how
not
are
the room
you?
you've just been through into the
Pain.
next room. Is that correct?
It
Must
would-
be that
no, it would
BDSM
be the one
dungeon owner
with the
again. Well, I
statue,
thought,
the one
look,
I
if I
came
show
to when I-
willing
Okay,
and pain,
yep. You'd like to go into the statue?
maybe it'll
Absolutely.
work.
All right, you're back
sniffing
in there.
the rug work.
You're looking for stuff to steal. Is that right?
Pianto.
That's correct.
Pianis. Sorry, I was speaking
Okay,
Finnish.
then,
It means
so-
repressal. Actually, there's a fifth letter that has been painted
See,
over.
so
Ah.
you look over this place
So
with
I won't
well-trained
screenshot, I
eye
promise.
of a
Absolutely
thief.
not. We're not doing that. We are not.
So the only
playing
really
that game.
valuable thing that you see in there is the bust. You go to sort of try and pick it up, to sort of try and lift into your bag of holding, but you notice the head actually pops backwards, and you notice a button of sorts.
Okay.
Can you tell my
I do, I
character
press.
is chaotic good,
Okay.
by the way?
All right, so you open up a secret little passageway. So the wall here starts to move to one side. So you found a secret room.
I go inside.
Whoa!
Okay. Now I wish I had the doom sound for finding a secret room, but alas no.
Dim, do
Okay,
it.
So,
No.
No.
the monkey will not dance.
The blankets
I
have
can't actually
spoken.
make
No.
that noise. No. The shawl.
The shawl has spoken.
Actually quite comfortable.
You look comfy.
This is a bit warm, but the rest of me is nice.
It's because you're nude.
Okay, then.
Sorry, sorry, Sif.
It's okay. All right, so you have a look around in this room.
I am not designed for
You
Dungeons
see
and Dragons.
quite a few different
yeah,
valuables
it kind of feels
actually.
a bit chaotic.
So
Good.
it's time
Good.
to get
That's
the
what I
bag
was
of
going for. I'm
holding
chaotic
ready.
good.
So you see quite a few gemstones.
Man in the cave. He looks
so
like
there's a couple of emeralds.
the Resident
a few
Evil 4
rubies,
merchant.
some
Can
lovely
someone
stuff like that. So
screenshot
we're
him?
gonna add another
Oh,
1,000
no,
gold
wait,
to
I
your
can do it,
inventory
actually.
in total loot there.
I'm gonna make a.
Perfect.
Where is he?
and
Look up, Dim.
what appears to be a golden horn of sorts.
Joe?
You're not quite sure how much it's worth, but it's definitely worth taking.
Mariana.
So we'll add that to your inventory too.
Mariana Grass.
Nice. It's gonna
So
go
we
into
have-
the bag of holding.
Of course it is. So we've got 3 different characters doing 3 different things with 3 different parts of the same puzzle. This is fun.
Yo.
Okay, so we've not been with Mistake for a bit, so on to you.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to remember where I last put you. I think you were.
Guys, I'm
Just
gonna
close
play a
the
couple
door
of
to the
rounds of
mirror
Tekken
room,
while they're doing
That
this.
was it.
Thank you.
Okay then. So yeah, would you like to make your way back into the taxidermy style room?
Yeah, I probably should.
Okay. Again, you don't really see anything of note. You've cleared it for all that it was worth. So back into the main hallway.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, you've got a couple of options. You can either sort of try down a doorway here that appears to lead to a stairway back into the son's bedroom, or try to explore further down the corridor.
I am gonna explore further down the corridor. I don't think I need to go down the stairs right now.
Hasn't
Okay.
she just walked straight into me? I'm
Uh,
outside
wha-
the son's bedroom.
Well, let's see.
I didn't realize you were outside the son's bedroom.
Yeah.
Okay, fortunately Dim was inspecting something, so when you poke your head around the corner, you're able to retract it back. You successfully make your stealth roll. So you see what appears to be Lord Mullard, just sort of closing the door behind him.
Okay. I am going to try and slip into that little room up there in the corner.
Okay. You do, and you find a nice little balcony.
Oh, sick. Is this the same balcony where I saw that lady earlier today? With the blood on the window?
No, that was actually the Mullard son's bedroom. So
okay.
there were wine stains on the window.
Got it, okay.
So yes, you just find a lovely little balcony, calm little garden. Nice little place to hide for a bit if you so wish.
I have like the worst luck at finding things right now, and I'm just like,
The thing is, everyone's kind of going in random directions and looting everything they find in their directions.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing is like, I'm just saying that to myself in character, like, I am just like, I'm like not frustrated yet, but I'm just like, I've found stuff, and that's great, but I haven't found the thing I want, and that's not great.
I like how we're turning Dungeons and Dragons into Lethal Company. I found the loot. No, I found the loot. Okay, back to Kitty. So, wait. So you've just slammed your hand in a piano.
I did.
Did it open a secret room when she did that?
That's what I was
No.
hoping, but it didn't. So, on reflection, because do I have good am I intelligent?
Yeah, you reasonably intelligent.
Okay,
You've got a score of 13. That's above average.
I go back over to the wall, and I think that wasn't very intelligent of me. And I look at the word pain. Can I move the letters? Are they
Okay,
movable?
You pull one of them out, and
okay.
they're not too heavy, so it's just like moving a piece of canvas. It's not that heavy at all, so it seems like you're free to just rearrange the letters as you
So you can move them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I spell out the word. I said it earlier. Pian.
You did it. You've opened the secret door.
Excellent.
Yo!
May I enter?
Of course you can. So, in the room you see up ahead,
Uh-huh.
you see what appears to be a laboratory of sorts.
Dun, 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 dun. Let's go.
So you see the alchemical equipment that was hinted at earlier.
Have I found it?
And you see a couple of notes scrawled next to it. But you also see through to the next room what appears to be a window or a viewing port. And you see two things. In the room next to you, so this room I'm highlighting here, you see what appears to be a statue, and looking closely it appears to be one of the villagers from Meliora.
Oh,
And you also see what appears to be a huge human-sized sleeping snake, currently having a nap.
okay. Right. Let's slow things down a little. I've found a room that's potentially got all the alchemy stuff. So can I investigate it to try and find out what the magic is that's affecting the villagers?
Okay. So you look through the notes, and as you're reading, you find sort of various mentions of experiments that were done. So you find out the large creature you see in there is called a Yuan Ti. So essentially, they're humans that tried to turn themselves into snakes many, many centuries ago. It appears whoever owns this laboratory was studying them. This person has a lot of interest in changing forms, polymorphing, that kind of thing. And he seemed to have a special interest in these Yuan Ti, just to see if that would extend longevity at all or give him powers or something like that. They're very haphazard notes, but in his investigations he seems to have discovered how to make a petrification potion. So if someone does drink it, they're going to turn into stone. Searching further through, you do find what could be a potential means of lifting the petrification, but it's in testing. But you see the formula to be able to mix up this particular potion. In terms of,
Yeah,
you
go
also
on.
see a few other things as well, a couple of other formulas. So you see one to create some kind of knockout gas, and you see one to create some kind of incendiary one. So when it makes contact with the air, whoosh. And you see what appears to be some kind of entry port up in the sort of screen above. So if you were to put a potion or a canister in there, you could slip it into the room.
That was a hell of a lot of information.
My bad.
No, that's
So-
fine. I don't. Okay, right. Can I ponder, because that was a lot?
Yep, okay. So I'll give you a quick summary to finish off. So you see a big snake
Yeah.
person thing
Yeah,
and a villager statue in the next room. It appears to be some kind of prison-like area.
yeah.
You see an area to sort of drop potions in safely. And you see various potion recipes. One for a knockout gas,
Oh,
one for
oh, I get what you're
an
asking me.
incendiary,
Oh, I see what you're putting out there. Right.
a petrification potion, and a possible anti-petrifier.
Right, well, I think I should probably knock out the snake
Okay. So you'd like to knock it unconscious.
before I do anything. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Right, let's see how you do with this. Okay, you do your best to follow the instructions. You mix the various sort of potions and chemicals together. You lift it up, you push it through the slot, but it seems you got the mixture wrong, and the Yuan-Ti wakes up. It gives a very big yawn, and it looks at you and says, "Release me, please."
Oh. Has he got a hot voice?
Would you
does
like
he
him to have
sound
a hot voice?
Yeah, does he sound Go on, do one.
"Oh, release me, please.
Oh my, okay.
I cannot stand this captivity any longer."
I'm invested. Can I ask the snake to tell
Please.
me its story?
Well, I was once a villager.
Real quick. Does Dahlia still look like the son of the Lord while
Yeah.
she's doing this?
Actually, I'm going to say it's been an hour.
Oh.
She looks like herself again.
I'm me again.
Okay.
And Dim, you're going back to a tiefling form. It's been an hour.
Trying to decide whether to just do it again, because I can do it at will as often as I want.
Yes, so can Kitty.
But I'll
but-
leave it for now, because I don't need to do it at the moment.
Okay. All right, so Kitty, you are yourself, Dahlia.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, he's pleading to be let out. He says he was abducted from a village. It wasn't Meloria. It said it was some place called Scund. But
Scum.
he's been...
Scum.
Yeah, he's been tortured, injected with all kinds of things, and he's been turned into this snake abomination, and he just wants to find some way out of there. He just wants to leave.
Can I do a roll to see if he's lying? While
Absolutely
I bat
can.
my pretty eyelashes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's lying through his fangs. You have another quick glance at the notes, and you realise that thing was already a Yuan-Ti. It wasn't a victim of an experiment.
Okay.
Somehow he captured one.
Okay.
And from what you know of Yuan-Ti, they are evil little fuckers.
This is just like
The
Mass
best he's
Effect.
going to do.
Hey.
Just like Mass Effect.
It is just like Mass Effect. Okay, well, I don't tell the Yuan-Ti that I know it's lying.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Okay.
So I know I have to
It
roll
seem-
for that.
Nope, I'm rolling for the UNT. It doesn't pick up on your hesitation, but it's going to cast a spell at you.
Oh, what?
So you're going to make what's called a wisdom saving throw. So for anyone who's not familiar, many spells require a person to try and resist it. Not all of them are, well, most of them aren't going to be automatically successful. Fortunately for Kitty, she succeeded, so the suggestion spell telling her to release the snake hasn't worked.
Oh, that's what you tried to do. Yo.
Okay, so we're going to move away from Kitty.
Okay.
Back to you, Dim. I am aware of the time, so I'll try and hurry this along as best I can. What would you like
we
to
ain't
do?
gonna get this. Yeah, we're not gonna get this finished before I have to go.
No, unfortunately not.
It is what it is.
It is.
I'm gonna poke my head into the. Well, open a door. I don't know what's in there. Open a door to the bedroom.
Okay. You open the door and you see your son tucked up in bed snoring.
Huh. Wonder who that actually is. Can I go up to my son?
Mhm.
Well, my not son at this point. Just gently touch the shoulder, make sure it's actually him.
Okay. You don't wake him, but yes, he's the real deal. There's no illusion about him. This is Lord Mullard's son, Montgomery.
Are you not confused about why he's wearing fuzzy handcuffs in bed?
They're
I
under the
know.
blankie at the moment.
I've
Guys,
given
it
up trying
sounds
to work
like
out
we're
the
gonna-
logic for this family when I found the many eyes of beholders who are playing card games.
It sounds like we're going to be doing it
For
as
some-
a two-shot. So this might be a
Not
double
what I was expecting when I came
fundraising
into this, to be honest.
situation going on. We'll try and
glad I
maybe
could surprise
finish
you
it
guys.
before April's over.
Do I
don't know
see
what
anything
my
else that would be
schedule
of
is though,
interest
so
to
I'll
me?
look it up.
At the moment.
You see a journal that was left out, so you now know what mistake you knew earlier. So you know about the presence of the laboratory somewhere
Ah.
on this floor, and the kidnapped villagers.
Yeah, we might make it a two-shot, I think.
Great. These people are evil. Perfect.
Mhm.
Love that for us.
Okay.
On that note, I'm going to gingerly come out of the room, shut the door, be mindful to not wake the sleeping Lord's son up.
Okay. Yep. You close
Classic
the door
D&D,
and
yeah.
you're out of there.
I
So let
know.
me just
We're going to make
update
it a
things.
two-shot. But why
So
not?
we're
Let's
gonna
try and
draw
raise a
things
little
to
bit more
close. I see
money,
the
right?
messages
We'll
in
keep
chat
the
saying they're happy to make this a two-shot.
the
So I'll look
1,500
at
goal
trying to
next
draw
time.
things to a close now.
Oh, I didn't
So-
see that. But yeah, I'm good with that as well.
Okay. So Kitty's up in the sort of potion room for now. Rasky's on the other side of this door. We'll come to him next. Let's see. Dim is out here. And forgive me, mistake. I forget where I put you a moment ago.
I am in the
Yes.
small corner room balcony.
Yeah, she's on the
Balcony.
balcony.
Thank you. Very good.
You got me wrong a little bit. I was at the statue room secret entrance.
Oh yes, of course you were. Yes, you were looting this area. Right. Disregard this. Yes, so you've thoroughly looted the room. Let's see what else was in there for you. Okay. So yeah, you're thoroughly looting, and you see a painting, and you find a
Oh,
further
we've got to do
secret
the spin as
inside of
well,
there.
haven't we? Actually, I might set that up while we're waiting
So
for this.
this
to
time
close.
you
Guys,
see
you've got
more
9
unusual
minutes
things.
if you want to get any more entries in for
So
the
you find the journal
Wheel of Fortune.
of,
Every £10 you donate will earn
Mullard.
you an entry into it, or if you send me a
Along with
picture
a
of yourself
couple
in
of
a
nice
mask, you've got
items.
8 minutes,
So
and then
you
I'm
find-
officially closing
let's
it, and
see,
we're
what
doing
do I
the
have written
spin.
down here.
The spin.
So you find 2 health potions. So we'll stick that in your inventory.
I'll put in what we've got so far.
What appears to be a spell book. And his journal. Would you like to read through any of these?
Not particularly. Are they worth anything?
The spell book definitely would be worth something to the right person. Wizards love this sort of thing. The paper they use is often quite valuable. So, yep, you could easily find a buyer. The health potions, yep, adventurers of all kinds love these. So, they'd be worth a couple of gold each easily.
Yeah.
Won't be hard to find a buyer. So, your heartless patron would be very happy for you to sort of steal those. The journal itself, hard to say. Potential blackmail material in there. You might be able to argue, okay, I know where the bodies are buried. That's worth money, isn't it? You might be able to plead with it.
Okay, yes, but I'm trying to think if Samuel would be sort of street smart enough to
Okay, so I've got
recognize
Izzy
that
twice.
fact, which I don't think he would be.
Actually, I might
So
break
I
up the
think
names
that
a little
he
bit.
takes the
'Cause
spell
if
book
you
and
put them all next to each
the
other. Oh, can you
potions,
shuffle it?
But he
Oh,
would
no,
leave
you
the journal.
can't.
He has no reason to grab the journal.
Let's
Okay,
check out
Rasky,
what
have
everyone
yourself a point of inspiration.
Thank you.
Dimmick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, all right, you leave the journal, you take everything else.
Dooley, 6
Okay,
times.
so we'll leave
1,
Rasky for
2,
now,
3, 4, 5, 6.
and we're just going to finish up with
Grave
the others.
twice. 1,
So,
2.
Kitty, is there anything you'd like to do
Irons,
before we
1,
wrap
2.
things up for the time being?
No, do you know what? I'm happy to just remain in my standoff situation and leave it in
All right.
my hands of what I do next. That's absolutely fine with me.
Okay then. And Mistake, anything from you before we finish up?
I'm also just happy to hang out on the balcony for right now.
TR2.
Okay. Well, before we
once,
wrap that
Dimmick
up, you
5,
do get
1,
a little
2,
message
3,
through that
4,
sending
5.
stone you were given.
Right, I think I've
And
got
she just
everyone on there.
reminds
as many
you.
times as they should be.
It's been an hour. I see you up on the balcony there. Well done. But remember, if you ever want to enjoy number 21 again, you find that scepter for me.
Yo.
Bye, darling.
Yo.
Maria, Kyla. Maria, bro. Yo, you didn't even ask for a description, Kyla. I think we need more info.
Wait, actually, Kitty, your imp's still following her. I forgot.
No, my imp isn't.
No,
it's
no.
With the knocked out thing, but I've got to call it back. Actually, could I change my thing? The last thing I do, can I call my familiar back?
Yep, absolutely. The
Yeah.
familiar comes back to you. Okay, so the imp's not going to tell you something about a 21 come up. I don't know if it's something on a menu or something, but hey. All right, we shall wrap things up there. So thank you for joining us at the Mullard Manor. And thank you all for watching and for supporting Blood Cancer UK.
GG.
That was really good.
Yay.
Well done,
Yeah.
Sif. That
Well
was
done.
amazing. Absolutely
That was
amazing.
grand.
Yeah, really
Excellent.
immersive and great. Thank you so much.
Glad you enjoyed.
Really good. And thank you, you guys as well for like doing the masks and just like having fun with this. It's been really good. Thank you so much.
Always a
Yeah,
pleasure.
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Pleasure was all
Can't
mine.
wait. Can't wait to do part 2.
I know it's going to become a 2-shot. I think we'll still raise money, and I'll see if we can schedule something before the end of April. But yeah, brilliant. If not, I'll
I'm happy
message
to
you
do
guys.
it whenever
alright?
you are.
Yeah, I'll have a look.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks so much, guys.
Okay then.
Yeah.
I'll sign off the call
Thank
now.
you.
Good night,
Thank
everyone.
you. Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
That was so good. That was amazing, wasn't it? Gosh. I can't believe Sif come up with all of that. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. TR2 once, I rumped once. Yeah, £25. So Grave is. Do you know what? I'm gonna round up. I'm gonna say Grave 3 times because I'll round up. Why not? But yes, guys, you've got 3 more minutes and then we're going to spin the wheel. So if you'd like to get on the Wheel of Fortune and help out a good cause at the same time, we are raising money for Blood Cancer UK. Get your donations in the last 3 minutes. Otherwise, we're going to spin. We're going to get a spin going. Right, let's see if I can get you guys to see the wheel as well. Right, I'm going to shuffle it a couple of times. Then we're going to do a window capture. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm blocking chat on this screen. My bad. Oh, let me move you guys up. Don't know where you are. You're gone. But we will try and hit the... We'll see if we can hit the 1,500 goal when we do the next... what do you call it? Fundraiser, the second part. So, yes, very exciting. Right, let's grab a window capture. So...
Thank you.
Yo, wait, I haven't got it up. Yo, who am I adding? Yo? I can't find it. Ah. Sif, thank you so much for the £20 donation. And can we get an absolutely, like, thank you to Sif for writing all of that and making it so immersive and fantastic, because it really was. Thank you. I will add you to the Wheel of Fortune twice. Thank you so much for donating to Blood Cancer UK. Thank you so much. 2 more minutes, gang, and then we're rolling. We're Autobots rolling out. Actually, Sif. Actually, guys, technically, Rasky and Mistake, Sif and Dim should technically get an extra entry now I think about it, because they wore their masks. So that means Sif gets an entry, an extra one. Mistake, Rasky, and one more for Dim. There we go. An extra. I should get... No. If I did it, I would just... If I won, I'd just give the money back to Blood Cancer UK, but no, I won't enter myself. Right. 1 more minute, gang. Then we're closing. We're closing. Twice. Sif Best DM can confirm. Mistake, you are also a fantastic DM. I know you are. Stop breathing, Dim. Cannot stress how hot I got in that mask. Oh, Dim. Go Sif. Sif did a great job. He did. How small I had to have the stream window. I never noticed the makeup before. What, my makeup? Thank you. Hey, yo. You should get one too to win it all. Thank you. I'm blushing. Yes, you better blush. Bitch, you better blush. Right, okay, I think it's closed, right? We are now officially gonna spin the wheel. Guys, we're gonna officially spin this wheel. So if you donate now, you are not entered into the wheel, but you are just donating to a wonderful cause. So, you lovely human being. Right, I have put the names as so, just so you guys can see. So Sif has 3 entries. Oh, I only put Tim. Oh my god, I can't spell. There we go. Dimmock has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 entries for the £50 donation. Grave has 3. Irons has 2. Izzy has 2. Mistake, Brasky, Sapuli, and TR2. Right. Win it all. Thank you. I'm blushing. Plenty of silly references to Resident Evil, but did anybody notice the other game references I added? Oh, there were other ones. I might have missed some of them. I'm sorry, Sif. You'll have to talk about it in the chat. Wait for this sexy snake fanfic. Dubbed drama. Right, are you guys ready? Let's spin the wheel. Can you see? Yes, you can. Okay, good luck, everyone. Spin that wheel. Wait, actually, wait. No, wait. I didn't shuffle them. I didn't shuffle. I should shuffle. I stopped it because I didn't shuffle it. I've shuffled it now. I'm going to do it for real now. Spin that wheel. I did it before it even stopped. So it doesn't count. Do you know what? Well deserved, Sif. After everything you did tonight. Honestly, absolutely well deserved. Absolutely. perfect ending. My hair is fucked. Look at it. Oh my god, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you, gang. I still feel hungover as shit from the fucking concert yesterday. I didn't even drink either, so I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why I have a headache. Sif, congratulations on winning the Wheel of Fortune. I will send you your £10 Steam voucher through the DM. But guys, we will do part 2 very soon. Very deserved, very deserved. We will do part 2 very soon. I will talk to everybody in my mod group and see if we can maybe finish it before the end of April, but we'll see what the situation is. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, so much for all of the donations to Blood Cancer UK. If you can't donate, never feel bad. Just word of mouth, support, being here, all of those things are so important. And just, you know, sort of talking about blood cancer as well, and talking about, like, we've spoke about like the symptoms and stuff before, and that's really important too. So just spreading the word, what you know about blood cancer and its symptoms, just keeping yourself up to date with stuff like that. It can save a life, and it's so important. Also, guys, just a last note from me. This sounds weird to say randomly, but just there's a different type of cancer, but just feel your lumps and bumps, you know what I mean when I say that. Feel your booba. If you've got balls, feel your balls. I know that sounds weird out of context, but keep an eye on your body, look out for lumps. That's also really important as well. And you know, if we're talking about cancer, I think that's really important to talk about too. Get to know your bodies, make sure that you're feeling and keeping an eye on your health and stuff. See, that's important to me as well, that you guys, that we're talking about it, we're spreading the word. So thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Thank you for listening to me yap. I hope you guys have a lovely, lovely rest of your evening. I really do. And yeah, just, do you know what, tonight, this sounds really weird, but tonight for me, just check over yourselves, okay? Just feel things, make sure you're all okay. I really, you know, just get in the habit of doing it is so important, genuinely. It would mean a lot to me if you guys did. I want you guys to be safe, take care of yourselves, and yeah, I will be back soon. We're going to be going back to normal streams anyway, but then yeah, I'll let you guys know when the the 2 shot will be concluding. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a lovely get to know other people's bodies too. If you have a loved one, get to know their body too. Help them out. Absolutely. I think that's an absolutely valid point. But no, it's really important that we keep an eye on ourselves. So yeah, for me, do that tonight, please. I'd very much appreciate it. It's not this healthy to have this much blood rush into my cheeks. Bye, Sepuli. Kyla will confirm. GG stream. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Looking forward to part 2. Thank you, Izzy. I hope you really enjoyed. Thank you. I'm glad you did. Thank you for a fun stream. I'm glad you enjoyed, iRods. Very, very valid point. It is valid. Very valid. Please check yourselves, gang. And if you don't know how to fill them, I can fill them for you. Thanks, Sip. Get to know other people's bodies. Give me a call. Take care, everyone. All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.